Okay. That should be everything. Sorted. And we should be live. Potentially. And audio should be... Can you hear game audio? Whoever is here, thank you for waiting around. This has been I just keep having a lot of issues with all this crap. So, unfortunately, that's just how it's going to be. So, I think... Audio input capture. I think I need to put that up. Like 5 decibels. I believe. There should be game audio. Yes, there is game audio. Okay, lovely. Alright, let's go. So, hello. Finally, we get to play some Diablo, because yesterday the stream didn't go very well. The stream went well, but Diablo decided to crap out. We got about 25, 30 minutes in. Barely even got to play any before the server went down, and my character seemed to have been deleted, but luckily enough, there has been they recovered it. So, the server seems to be working now, so we're going to play a good bit of this now, a good couple of hours, and we're going to actually sit down and see, is this game actually worth the time and money? Oh, a crossbow. So much crap. And I need to just, like, okay. We'll drop you. You're only worth 7. You're only worth 4. How's it going, Rylan? Everything is going good here. Finally, we get to play a bit of this game. Hopefully, we'll, let's see, is that better? Should we give it a go? We'll see what the crossbow's like, but I finally got a crossbow. But yeah, so I'm going to play a good few hours of this. At least 2 more hours to kind of figure out. Again, as I said, I bought a code for this beta. I didn't actually pre-order the game. So I'm also in the boat where I'm trying to figure out whether or not this is going to be worth the time. Well, worth the money specifically. But I mean, so far from what I did, the 30 minutes I played, this just feels more like Diablo, which is exactly what we want. But yeah, the servers are finally up, which is good. I've read some pretty positive things on Twitter about, just in general, just people saying that this is really fun, and the multiplayer stuff is actually very good. Ah, Foe is here too. It's all going good, Foe. Finally, we actually get to play this. But, Foe, actually, do you have any interest in these sorts of games? Always, I don't know if have you actually ever played like even just like a loot game, like just any action RPG like Borderlands or anything like that? Because I'm really not sure. It's hard to know, because roads blocked should clear up after the storm. Okay, that's good. But it's actually hard to know, because I know how you play. You're mostly a multiplayer person. Okay, how the? Is this a boss? Oh, event joined. Oh, so this is like, okay, so this is like the online public events. But they're not online right now. But these are like the public events I was talking about in yesterday's stream. Which I think, if they work how I think they work, seems like it'll actually be a very good addition to Diablo, to be honest. I think that's sort of kind of a bit of an update into a more modern style of action RPG might do with the world of good. I know there's probably a lot of purists out there that don't like to hear that, but games have to evolve. Nah, you don't have to get more variety like that. I don't know. There is a lot of people like that. They're like, oh, you only play this game. You only play this kind of game. It's like, why should that even affect? Like, why should that matter? Just play whatever game you want to play. You know. Oh god, no, I'm probably not going to be able to. That fucking thing is nearly broken, and I have to survive this for like another 40 seconds. I'm not ready. Okay, well they're not attacking it at the very least. And I can't dodge here anymore. Okay, well this has gotten a lot more hectic already, which is good. I just need to unlock a few more skills, and then I'll be laughing. Need for Speed Carbon is my favourite Need for Speed game. It's class. Oh no! Quick! Okay, this is exactly what I wanted this to turn into. Oh shit! No! Oh shit! It's gonna break! I survived. Okay, well I did it at least. So Jake, yesterday, first of all, actually Jake, you know, this is how I do it. When people join my chat, I say, how did you find the channel? I assume I know how you found the channel. But, how did you find the channel and what's your favourite game? They're the questions I ask new people, so welcome to the chat. Everybody, Jake is one of the Game Explain people. He works for Game Explain and is he's very good at his job. I'm gonna big him up here, but he's very good at his job. And yeah, seems to be a sound man as well. Sound means nice, if you didn't know, Jake. So the read on this game anyway, Jake, before I need to stop rambling. So the read on this game is yesterday I tried to stream it, and what happened was the servers went down and everyone was in like big 80-minute long queues, and it looked like my character was getting deleted, but luckily my character wasn't deleted. So I've actually only played about 25 minutes of it, and so far it feels like Diablo, which is exactly what I was looking for. But also what I just did there, Jake, was sort of like almost like a public event. So it's like you find this thing on the map, so it's similar to like Destiny, where you run into a public event. And from what if I'm getting the right read on this game, I haven't done like enough research or like what the game is like supposed to be like, but I think it's going to be similar to Destiny, where instead of it just being sort of instanced, where you play single player, you might have a friend or two, it's actually online. It's actually online, and you'll have other people running around the world, and then I think the dungeons themselves are instant. I think that's how it works. So there's like an overworld that isn't instance, and then you go into the dungeons, and that's when you do sort of like the story content. I think that's how it's supposed to be done. And Foe, I'm actually not... No, I don't think... I will do a review on this game when it comes out, but I don't think I have any plans on doing like a video on it right now, because I have a Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil 4, or like the original Resident Evil 4 video coming out next week. And I've just done a good bit. I've just done a good bit of stuff for Game Explain that I'm actually working on now, so I won't be doing anything for them for this anyway. No bother at all. So Jake, sorry to tweet for the stream. I honestly haven't thought of my favourite game in the year, so it's hard for me to commit. But it might be The World Ends With You. The World Ends With You, Jake, is a very good... That's a very good show. That game is very good. What... Not in town. Jake, what... Did you play it on the Switch or the Wii? Or on the DS? Because I played it on the Switch. And anything other than handheld mode, that game is borderline unplayable. But once I played it in handheld mode, I realised how good that was. And then when the what was it, Neo The World Ends With You came out, I was so disappointed, because the combat in that game was just comically easy. I played it, I played it on the hardest difficulty, and then there was also these like, if I can remember correctly, like almost modifiers where you could modify how difficult things were, and I think it increased the loot drop or something like that. And even on like one of the highest modifiers, the game was so easy, and I just got bored. I probably will go back to it. That's actually coming, that's on PS Plus now, I think.
I'll meet you inside.
Ah, yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to know what you think about that, Jake, because I just found it way too easy. I will go back to it, though. At some point. Rite of Passage. Do I want greed? This is about loot, so I'm gonna assume that if I do that, it may increase my loot drop or so. I don't know. We'll find out. I haven't been paying attention to the story. I don't care about the story in Diablo. And I extra don't care about the story in Diablo when it's a beta, that I'm gonna forget what happened going, like, when the game actually releases. So I'm just going to I'm just gonna skip through all the story stuff. I don't care. And then if I maybe when I review it, I'll kind of care about the story. But I mean, that's one thing that I struggle with reviews, is talking about the story, because in general stories don't mean much to me whatsoever. I'm a gameplay first person, or like I'm almost like a gameplay is the only important thing kind of a person. Yeah, well, Jake, it's more Destiny, more Diablo. Yeah, Diablo 3 was amazing. And I actually want to go back and play it on the Switch, because I think there's like... I think we were talking about it in yesterday's stream. There's some like Ganon and Link stuff, like exclusive content, which I think is really cool.
On that piece of wood? Something about greed.
But, Jake,
Well,
It's been a while since I played
some
Diablo 3, but this game feels a bit more like Diablo 2. So when Diablo 2 Resurrected came out, that was the first time I played it. And there was something about Diablo 2 that felt more, I think deliberate is the word I'd probably use, where the action was a bit slower and it didn't feel as crazy. Because I think, like, if I'm thinking of like crazy action RPGs, I think of Torchlight, because Torchlight is just bonkers. But this feels a bit more like deliberate, and this is what I think that's what Diablo 4 kind of feels like so far. But that could just be that I don't have stuff unlocked. What are you? Do I want to buy you? I do want to buy you.
Wait. The old man sold me this.
And then the problem with like Diablo or Diablo Immortals, when I played that, the gameplay was so good. It just felt really fun to play. But no, we don't want to. We want to equip you. You are way better. But then it was just all the monetization crap that I just didn't care about whatsoever. A game that I thought was good originally, but is actually shite when I replayed it, was Simpsons. Yeah. Fo, I do get what you mean, but the nostalgia overrides all of that, because the missions are pretty much the exact same thing all the time in Simpsons Hit and Run. But the rest of it, I just have so much nostalgia for it. Like, I still have my no, I don't have my copy of Simpsons Hit and Run because I think it broke. So I bought it in CEX over here, and I still have my memory card with my original save on it, and like my subsequent save, so I can go back and see like, oh, I played this first in like whatever 2004 or whatever, and then like I went back and played it in 2008, and then I went back and played it in 2012 again, which is really cool. Minecraft Dungeons is alright, I'm not going to lie. Ryland, Minecraft Dungeons isn't as bad as everyone says, and I'd imagine with the DLC it might be better, because I did a video on that when it came out, and yeah, it was pretty fun. Like, it's no Diablo or Torchlight, but I mean, it's pretty decent. And then that new Minecraft game, what's it called? Minecraft Legends? The sort of like RTS kind of game. That it almost looks a bit like Pikmin or something. Touch wood, I'll actually get to review that, because I'm gonna see if I can get a code for that, because I do want to see what it's like. Look at these feckers. Stop advertising to me. You know I'm gonna buy this game, would you stop? Is this a side quest here?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I don't care. I just want the side quest. Investigate the road to Menestad for Monk Bozan. Minecraft Dungeons or Minecraft Legends, Jake? I assume you mean Dungeons. But
I'm not ready yet.
I actually, now that I think about it, Jake, I can't really remember that, to be honest. Me and my mate, David, who is part of the Adzi Gaming lore, who eats pizza upside down, Jake, just in case you wanted to know. I have to bring that up every single time I mention him. We almost platinumed that game together, but now I kind of gave up on it, because, okay, what is this? Sorry, I'm missing out on a lot here because I'm talking too much crap. We almost platinumed that game together, but there was like a glitch trophy, which kind of, ruined it. No, okay. How do I bring up... I'm missing out on a lot here. Abilities. Okay, well, I can upgrade something at the very least. I think we'll go with, like, another... So that's a core ability. So if I buy another one of these, can I... So they're core abilities. Are these called core abilities? No, they're called agility abilities. And they are called... Subterfuge... Okay, I don't know. The YouTube... logo and banner file was done by someone that I found on Fiverr that they were really nice. They were really, really nice. And I gave them a nice tip because they were really nice and they did a good job. I can send you a file if you are interested. I can send you whoever. I'd have to go on the Fiverr and figure out who exactly it was, but I could send you on a link if you do want it, because they were very nice and very good. I enjoyed dealing with them. I don't know if I buy one of these, will it be a waste? But I want it. Barrage sounds cool. Can that only get equipped to square? Of course it can. This is crap. That's another way. Fecker. Oh no, we can just refund it. Lovely. I think we'll just continue with upgrading this. Upgrading the barrage. dungeons. Yes, I don't. Yeah, Jake, I don't really remember that, to be honest. But that game is pretty fun. I think all the DLC is free on PS Plus as well. Maybe, hopefully. So I might actually go back and play that. Okay, so these are side quests. So I can only have one side quest at once. Borderlands 1 is fun, gunplay, good. I like the characters, but the loot system is flawed. A lot of times in looting guns, for the most part, are not great. You don't get another good gun. Yeah, that is a problem with the first Borderlands. But it was more, that game was like more of a proof of concept. And I think as a proof of concept, like, I mean, I made a video, and ages ago, it was one of my first videos, and I said like the importance of Borderlands and how I think Borderlands is. Oh look, reset all dungeons. That's cool. I think Borderlands is way more important than anybody gives it credit for, because I think without Borderlands we wouldn't be sitting here playing Destiny. We wouldn't be sitting here playing The Division. Oh well, we probably would have, but they just wouldn't be. They wouldn't be at the same level, because Borderlands. Well, I'm not even gonna say, because Borderlands is still amazing, but like Borderlands walk, so all them games could run, I guess. Because Borderlands is great. Yeah, Fo, if you can get some friends together to play Borderlands, it's well worth it. I mean, I played them all solo, and I still really like them. Investigate the road. Wait, so maybe was that a different quest? Okay. Raising spirits. Cheer at the... Oh, I have to do an emote, I think. Right. Cheer, cheer, cheer. Hurrah! Huzzah, my friends. Speak with Guard Bowser. Okay. I'm getting the hang of all this. But if you're enjoying the stream, please give it a like, because it helps push it to other people. I think that's what they say anyway.
I hope they don't get used to it.
I just have to check something here. Make sure everything is running fine. It is. Cool. Okay, so I think we go do this side quest. Track. Does anybody know if this a world here? Oh, yes. Recommended for 50. Ooh. That's when it gets good. Actually, now that I think about it, Minecraft Dungeons had a pretty good like world tier system. That made it quite fun. Because the first run through Minecraft Dungeons is so easy. But... Yeah, Fo, this is only the beta. I should actually maybe put that in the title. I mean, I assume people thought it was the beta, but... Yeah, this is only the beta. It's So this is a closed beta that you have to either pre-order the game or buy a code from certain websites that are kind of a bit, I don't know, illegal. Like, well, I'm not sure if they're illegal or just a bit kind of grey. And I tend to steer clear of them, but for this instance, I decided I wanted to stream this, but I didn't have the money to pre-order the game right now. But yeah, so if you pre-order this game, you get access to the beta now, and then I think next week or the week after is the open beta, so it's open to anyone. And this is on every single console bar Switch. Yeah, Jake, Wonderlands is the best Borderlands game. Like, that game is just so fun. And I heard people say that Wonderlands doesn't have an end game, which I think is bullshit, because Wonderlands does have an end game, and it has a very fun end game. That like roguelike mode at the end. What was it called? I actually played like a good few hours of it with one of my friends. It was really fun, but I can't remember the name. But I think that was my favorite. Borderlands endgame, because all the other Borderlands endgames, even though I love Borderlands, like I literally I've put easily 500 hours into Borderlands 2. All the other Borderlands endgames are kind of like it's a couple of raid bosses, like maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 raid bosses, and that was it, and they were just so easy to break, where that was actually a full mode. And I heard people say that it was bad. I don't understand it. But to each their own, I guess. Now, how the feck do I get out of here? Do I have to go all the way back down? And I do. Unless... Yeah, okay. So I have to go out and then back out. Round. Is my inventory free? What are you? A herb cache. I will use that. Ooh.
Not in town.
I assumed that's telling me to go to this guy. The alchemist. So I'll go to the alchemist and see.
I'm not ready yet.
I think, like, I don't know. when it came to Borderlands 3, people were giving out about the writing, and the same with Tiny Tina, but, like, I don't really think, like, wasn't the whole point of the Borderlands writing always that it was almost a bit shit? What do you increase his armor? Because that's what it always felt to me. Like, I enjoyed the Borderlands writing, but I didn't enjoy it because it was groundbreaking. I enjoyed it because it was just kind of like stupid fun. And then people were like, oh, the writing of Borderlands 3 is bad. But I just kind of felt like it was the same. And then anything with Andy, I love Andy Samberg. He's a very entertaining man. So Tiny Tina's Wonderlands was up there. And Fall Strange, you would think this could run easy on the Switch. So I think this game looks a lot better than Diablo 3. I'd have to go back and watch Diablo 3 gameplay. But the textures in this game seem like stupidly good for a game like this. And also, if I can get a puddle, the water actually looks really good if I can find a puddle here. And then I think when it comes to everything there, like with graphics on the Switch, when you start to get like 50 or 100 enemies and there's 2 or 3 players on screen and they're all shooting abilities and there's fire raining down, there's enemies blowing up, there's loot dropping, there's, you know, all this going on, I think the Switch would struggle. Because I'd be interested to play Diablo 3 on the Switch. I know Jake said it's really good there, so it probably does actually run quite well, which is a positive. So where does this take me? So I don't really think I need to go here. So that's obviously the... Okay. Oh, well, this map seems very, very readable. And yeah, Ryan, I mean, one day we have to organise something where we play some online games, because, like, I was thinking, like, something like that's a big lobby that we can all play. Whispering Key is locked, and needs key. Okay, well, I don't have a key. So if Jake is still watching, I'm not sure if he is, but Jake, these are the sort of public events, I guess. And you kind of, so event join, inspect the ancient obelisk, and then you probably have to defend this or something. Okay, that's a trap. I thought that was someplace that I had to stand in. Oh, stand on a pressure plate to satiate it. Oh, this, oh my god. Oh!
Need more time.
How the Actually, Jake, did you get Lightfall? I have a lot to thank for Destiny getting my channel monetized. So Destiny will forever be in my debt, and I love the game. But oh Jesus! Yeah, okay. I need to calm down here and kill some enemies so they can hopefully drop some things. I'm at Game Exchange. I don't know what Game Exchange is. Is that I assume a game shop? Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. I can't imagine Hogwarts Legacy's gonna run on the Switch. There's just no way. Yeah, Lightfall. Jake, what do you think of when we were talking about God of War? What do you think of the writing in it? I think when I heard that guy Nimbus talk, I was just like, what? Oh, come on. I don't know. I don't care about the Destiny story because it's just so confusing and like it's impossible to get into. So I'm just there for the gameplay. But like when he just started talking and he was making these stupid one-liners, like, come on, please.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, it's so annoying. I saw a YouTube short or a TikTok or something, and it was like, if The Last of Us was made by Marvel or something, and it was like Joel talks like, God, Ellie, I'm so glad we killed them clickers, and then it turns to Ellie and she's making a weird face, and then Joel's like, there's one right behind me, isn't there? And then he turns around and then like some character shoots them off screen, and then it's like, whoa, who shot him? And then it's like, hi, I'm Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series. That is just, yeah, that's exactly how that would have went if it was made by Marvel. Yeah, do you know what I was thinking? I was thinking about, Jake. So, I don't know, did you play Destiny 2 when it came out? And Cade 6 was kind of like, he was all the rage. And I liked Cade 6 as well, when Destiny 2 came out. And it was like, back then, they weren't as common. So, people liked them. But I think if Cade 6 was a new character now, people would have a similar reaction to how they did to Nimbus. Because it just seems out of place. And like thinking, like I said in my review, like you listen to Ikora Ray or Zavala or something. Rest in peace, Lance Reddick. I actually, to be honest, I didn't even. I think I think he's most famous for The Wire, is he? And their writing and voice acting makes them sound like they are a part of like a futuristic world where he just doesn't fit it, you know. And I didn't realize he was the voice of Silence either. And as someone who doesn't like Horizon, Silence is very good, and his voice acting is very cool. Who played Cade 6? Am I right in saying?
I need more time.
This is probably. Was it Nathan Fillion? Or am I just making that up? See, I'm not like big into movies, so actors and stuff I don't really know. Yeah, actors I don't really know, but Nathan Fillion. And let me, like, for years I thought Nathan Fillion was the guy who played the dad from Drake and Josh, because they look the same. And then they also, both of them kind of look a bit like Brendan Fraser as well, so I always got them mixed up. But I really thought that Nathan Fillion was the dad from Drake and Josh. Okay. I just want more abilities. That's all I want. And so I'm playing this on, like, World Tier 2, which is the hardest difficulty I could play right now. And so far, it's not too difficult. Definitely, like, you have to be smart, like, you will die. But, yeah. So, for anybody that is interested in this game, like, what kind of characters do you all play in these sort of games? I always play, like, a hunter or a rogue. Hunter, rogue, or paladin, like, they're my go-tos. And then I'd say third to that is probably, like, a druid. Like, if we're going off World of Warcraft, my main was a hunter. And then I always had a paladin, and then I really like druids as well. That would have been my option. I've always hated mages, and like I can kind of swing playing a warrior sometimes, but I think in general warriors are just pretty boring. Always a wizard, yeah. Nah, don't get all them people that play wizards and mages. Just come on, boring. My brother was one of them, because me and my brother used to play World of Warcraft. Quite a lot actually, and I remember he had a known mage, and it just annoyed me, like, playing mages, especially in World of Warcraft, where you have to just sit there. It's like, alright, well, I just farmed this group of enemies, now I just have to sit here and drink a potion. Oh, I'll just wait for 30 seconds. Customizability. So the character creator was actually kind of in depth. So where the most customization comes from this fall will be, like, look at all these stats here. So if you're a stat junkie, this is like the perfect type of game. So look at all this. Every single gear comes with different stats, like +4 intelligence, +6% poison resistance. And then as you level up, you unlock this skill tree. And as you can see, this skill tree has quite a few skills. And it seems like oh god, there's a lot of skills. And every skill has bonuses that you can equip onto them. So that's where it comes for, where you're like, you know, maybe for a while you're like, yeah, I want to do like an arrow build, like an archer build. But then, oh, well, I'm getting bored of the archer build, so I'll move on to like a blade build. So that's kind of where these games shine, in my eyes. So you gain close damage reduction. I think the close damage reduction actually probably is quite useful. But we go with the critical strike. And we just keep going from there. Okay, here's another public event here. But yeah, Fo, as I was saying, like, look at the reflections on the blood and stuff. Like, that's actually, like, this game is genuinely looks quite beautiful. Well, beautiful in a weird way, I guess. It's kind of a bit horrific, but that's like the one thing about Diablo. I'm generally not into these sorts of aesthetics, like real, like, just dark and demony and hell-like. So that's why I've always sort of preferred Torchlight over Diablo, because the art style is a bit more cartoony and less, you know, I'm gonna do a satanic ritual and summon the devil. You know, that's blasphemy as a good Catholic boy. Oh crap, we got a bear. Why are bears always, like, some of the hardest enemies to kill in games? Except for in The Witcher, because that game's combat's too easy.
Need more time.
Oh god, no. Okay, so the movement speed is actually going to be really useful, now that I think about it.
I'm not ready.
No! I only have one last sacrifice remaining that I can afford. Oh yeah, look, there's another player there. Oh, that's really cool. Is this game just going to be updated like Destiny, and then I'm just going to get absolutely hooked on it, and then I won't make any other videos on any other games, and then my channel will become a fucking Diablo 3 channel, or Diablo 4 channel? Yeah, these are perfect source of games like that. I mean, as I said, I've played like 500 hours of Borderlands 2, and I'd imagine at least 300-400 of them I was playing with a podcast in. Because that's what I do with Destiny as well. Just sit there with a podcast and run around, just shoot things, and it's just fun. What are we talking about here? 1 attacks, distant enemies plus 10 dex. Okay, cool. It's so funny, Jake. Are you just like Greg Miller 2.0? I always see you tweeting about Taylor Swift and DC, and I'm just like, I know, Greg. Like, you are in the gaming industry, or the game coverage, news review person, kind of whatever you want to call it, and you talk about Taylor Swift. I've never listened to a Taylor Swift song fully through. Oh no, I'm not saying like you picked it up because of Greg Miller. I'm just saying you know, it's very similar.
I need more time.
I don't think I've ever listened to a full Taylor Swift song. The only Taylor Swift song I've ever listened to fully through, like by my own, like not that it was on the radio, was Everything Has Changed, the song she did with Ed Sheeran, and I don't know who the lead artist on that song is. So maybe that's an Ed Sheeran song, but I really like that song. And Jake, are you a man who likes Hozier? For anybody that's listening, Hozier released new songs there. Hozier released 3 new songs. He released an EP there on his birthday on 17th of March, and it's absolutely amazing. And I'm going to see him during the summer. I'm also going to see Harry Styles during the summer, which I'm very excited for, because he seems to be a very entertaining man to go watch. Check out the album Folklore. All right, Jake, I actually will, okay? I'll sit down, I'll do my homework, and I'll listen to the album full through. Okay, so what is this quest? Investigate the road to Menestad. Okay. I always wonder how people come up with the names for these these places and people. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Jake. Enjoy what day is it today? It's a Saturday, so enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Okay, what is this? Was that a quest item? Yes. Okay, so that's telling me to go there, so I will. I'll just keep going.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, we'll open this chest. We shall. I have to get a pen and paper here because I need to write something down, which is annoying me. Did you watch the rugby? No, Fo. I don't really have any interest in rugby, to be honest. I don't know. It's like the one sport that we're actually good at, but yeah. It's a one sport that we're good at, but I'm just not interested in. I'm more interested in football, and we're crap at that, so. We're good at horse racing. We are good at rugby. We have some very good golf players. I'm into golf, though. I'm just not into, like, watching golf. I'm into playing golf. Okay, so this is a town. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't even know that we won. Oh, look at this man. Just spinning around like a madman. Okay, so there's a load more characters here. We'll unlock the waypoint. And then here is this quest. Okay, so the quest system seems to be very, very just readable. It's nice and easy to have a grasp on. What are you? Stable master. Okay, so I can get a mount, which is cool.
Ah, yes. Of course.
One veiled crystal. Can I level up? I can. Okay, so I can get a new ability here. Caltrops. Leap backwards and throw caltrops. Okay. Dash. Oh, the dash actually might be a good idea. Shadow step. Become unstoppable and quickly move through shadows to stab your victim from behind. I don't really think that's going to be much use for my character right now. So we'll go with the caltrops. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And what are you? The healer. Okay, well, we'll just heal up, I guess. Okay, we'll just talk to you and we'll skip the dialogue because I don't care. And then we'll go to the vendor and we'll sell some crap. I don't know, like, none of this is going to be much use buying. It rarely is. Sell, where's the sell button? Where is the sell button? Oh, so once you click on it, okay, that's cool. Well, Alex is here. The whole Irish gang is here. It's like I'm SpongeBob and we have Alex. Alex can be the napkin. Foe can be Chip. And then we need one more Irish person to be Penny. Do we have any more Irish people in the Discord? I don't think we do. But we'll get one more Irish person and he can be Penny. And it'll be like, the whole gang is here. Foe and Alex, do you like SpongeBob? That's a very important question. I have a feeling, I know Alex, I'd imagine you like it, Alex. I know you're into cartoons. Because all the best people are in. Oh, yes, that felt good. Oh, yes. Because cartoons are the best. Yeah, just in general, like Foe, are you a fan of SpongeBob, or are you just like, I enjoyed SpongeBob? Like, me and my girlfriend, or my fiance, I guess, is the word now. But me and my girlfriend reference SpongeBob pretty much every single day. Yeah, no, I haven't watched it in a while. Now, no, actually, now I say that, before Cosmic Shake came out, I sat down and I watched a few of the newer episodes, like maybe like 5. Just kind of to see what I was getting in for. And like, it was pretty good. I forget what season I watched. But I watched like a few of the newer episodes and it was actually pretty decent. But like, the first like 4 or 5 seasons of SpongeBob are great. I know a lot of people that say, look, only the first 2 are good, but I don't believe that. I think a lot of people just say that because they want to be like, yeah, well, SpongeBob was class back then, it's crap. I still think it was pretty good during that time. Oh, crap. We are getting... Bob. Yeah, there was 2 yokes on Paramount Plus. I haven't watched them. It's called Camp Coral, I guess is what it's called, or Corral, but I assume it's Coral, which is like a prequel show of all of them as kids in like a summer camp. And then the other one is the Patrick Show. I haven't heard anything about either of them, to be honest. The only thing is, I'm pretty sure Steven Hillenburg was very vehemently against having doing any spin-offs to SpongeBob, and then when he died they went and did spin-offs, which, if that story is true, that's very scummy. Because I mean, he made not only Nickelodeon's most famous franchise, he made one of the most famous cartoon franchises ever. And then they go and do that to him, which is sad. But I don't know how true that story is, I just heard it. But like, me and my girlfriend reference SpongeBob like pretty much every single day. And then we reference The Simpsons a lot. I've seen like pretty much. I have actually seen every single episode of The Simpsons up to like season 22. And it's just gas. Like I remember when I was younger, I was like, yeah, I can't wait until when I'm older and I have money and I can buy all the Simpsons box sets. That was like my goal to be successful. And now that Disney Plus is out and it has all the Simpsons box sets, I don't watch it. So. Okay, where are we going here? I can't deal enough damage to kill all these enemies to master these public events. But I really enjoy these public events. They're very... they give you good loot as well. Which is obviously what we're all here for. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say like The Simpsons gets really bad. Like I'm especially when it like, so I'm obviously on the lenient side when it comes to like games, like what I like and stuff, as I just love AA games and just stuff like that. But when it comes to movies and TV shows, I wouldn't take any of my opinions. Like I wouldn't listen to any of my opinions because I don't know enough to like give a good opinion. Like I remember I went to see like the recent Star Wars trilogy, and everyone I came out was like, yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was really fun because they're just entertaining to watch. Like cool fight scenes, cool dog fights, you know, things like that. And it's just, they're just entertaining and they're really good to see in the cinema. And like I come out and everyone's like, oh, that was so bad. Haha, look at this. They did this. They messed up this part. I was like, I don't care. All right. Oh, you little fecker. Like it was entertaining. I have watched Scott Pilgrim. It's very good. It's been a while since I watched it though. I watched it for the first time like probably about 5 years ago. See, I liked kind of, I liked them all. Like, now I'm not going to sit here and say they were amazing, but in general they were just entertaining to watch. They're good films to just sit down. Like I go to the cinema to buy popcorn and drink a big load of Coke. That's all I go to the cinema for. And if I have something entertaining to watch, like Transformers, you know, something like that, they're like I enjoy them types of films. I haven't actually been to the cinema in ages. This quest cannot be progressed in this version of the game. Oh, so that's Act 2. Okay, wait, where is this taking me? Okay, but how do I travel there? Do I have to... Oh, I have to... Okay, so I'm just doing side content here. Okay. Gonna watch The Flash now. I haven't seen... So, to put my MCU knowledge... Oh, well, that's actually... Sorry, that's not MCU. That's DC. But, to put my superhero knowledge to the test, I have watched Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. I've watched all 3 Spider-Man, I guess, Spider-Man films. I watched the first Avengers, maybe, and Guardians 1 and 2, and that's it. And then when it comes to like the DC stuff, I've seen like the Dark Knight, and that's it. I haven't watched any of the more recent DC stuff. Oh no, I watched the Suicide Squad actually. That was pretty fun. But no, I'm not really interested in superhero films. There's just too much. I think I've relegated myself to realizing that if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to play games, and I'm going to listen to podcasts and listen to music. They're the 3 like sort of kind of media things that I'm gonna. Oh well, yeah, no, I've seen Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man films, but that was back when it wasn't. Like that's obviously not the MCU. Well, I guess it kind of is the MCU now because I don't know, it's a bit confused. But I have seen them. But like that was back when it wasn't a full-time job to watch all the films and understand what's going on. And then you have all the TV shows that they're releasing. It's like, come on. But yeah, I've relegated myself to realizing I'm only going to listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, and play games, and listen to music. And then like when the odd show comes out, like say The Last of Us, or I usually kind of have like a comedy show that I watch with my girlfriend. Like just we'll put it on, just watch a few episodes here or there. And right now we're going back through Modern Family, which is one of my favorite TV shows.
Be careful. Take them down.
I actually don't know. Now that I think about it, I don't know who my favorite Spider-Man is. I like them all really. But again, don't take my opinion on movies very serious. But I think Tom Holland is a very good Spider-Man. Tom Holland just seems like a very sound person, you know? And he's also very good at golf, which is pretty cool. Way better than I will probably ever be at golf. Because golf is the most impossible sport to play. Oh, that's a... Oh, they had a similar attack in Diablo 2, I think. Do you know what? I actually kind of want to do a whole, like, review series where I review Diablo 2 and 3. That might be a good show. I'm rewatching The Office. See, I've never even seen an episode of The Office. But I know it's a show that I'll absolutely love. I just haven't watched it. Because I love Steve Carell. Like, I don't really like Will Ferrell's films. I like Elf. But the rest of his films, like Step Brothers and stuff, I don't know. There was just something about him that I didn't like. And, but Anchorman, I think we went to see Anchorman 2 in school. And I hadn't seen the first one. And that scene when it's Steve Carell's character's own funeral. And he's at his own funeral. That is, I was in stitches laughing at that scene, but I think Steve Carell's very funny. Are you going to emulate and play through Diablo 1 as well? I'm not even sure, Alex, if you need to emulate that game. I would have assumed you can just buy that on Battle.net or something, or GOG or something. But I'm not sure if I'd go through Diablo 1 because I'm not gonna lie, when I played through Diablo 2, through Diablo 2 Resurrected, I never finished it, but I played like a good few hours of it. I was enjoying it, but it definitely felt very like old. So I'd be very interested to see if I could even manage to get through Diablo 1 if Diablo 2 was already, like if a remake of Diablo 2 was already feeling kind of antiquated. Go! Kill them! Okay, I might actually be able to master this one if I hurry up. Okay, this should be the last enemy. Need to heal though.
We made it.
Oh! Now, how much loot do I get for this? I can see myself getting absolutely hooked on this game when it comes out. When is this game actually coming out? Let us Google. When is Diablo 4 releasing? 6th of June, so the same, like, 2 weeks after Breath of the Wild 2. Oh, no. And it's going to be Breath of the Wild 2. Okay, abilities. I kind of like the caltrops, to be honest. But I think we will probably... I think maybe a bit of increased movement speed. And then what's that Paragon? Is that like a second class that you unlock? This is... Ooh, a new weapon. Okay, distant enemies. Cool. We'll mark you as junk. Plus 5 dexterity. That is very good. And plus 14 dexterity. Well... Yeah. For anybody wondering, yes, yes, this is worth pre-ordering. Yes, I am going to pre-order it. Yes, I am going to play this game. Be interesting to see if there's going to be launch issues with... Oh, dexterity. Oh, by everyone in the realm. Oh, that's really cool. That's very cool. No bother, folks. Yeah, we're going to. I can't wait. I find all that discourse hilarious so far. It's like, well, they're not marketing Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, and it's gonna fail. It's like, no, it's not. Even the well, see, the thing is, I don't really think like even a bad Zelda game isn't bad. Like the worst Zelda game is still better than most games. But I seriously can't wait for that game. Because I love, like, it's crazy, like, that the Switch is now six years old. It's 2017. Like, it's been fucking ages. But I'll never forget going over to GameStop, because there was a GameStop right beside where I lived in my mum and dad's house, and I walked over, and I was in college at the time, and guess who didn't go into college for a couple of days? This guy. And I put, like, I think the first couple of days I put 30 hours into Breath of the Wild. It was just that magical. And it was just like the excitement of a new console. And just sitting down and just playing the game endlessly. It was great. And now when it comes out, I'm going to have an excuse where I can sit down and say to myself, oh, well, it's for content at the very least, so I can make myself feel better by sitting down and playing the game for like 30 hours in 2 days. And I can stream it. And then be like, yeah, this is worthwhile. That's the best lie I can now tell myself, that I have a YouTube channel. Okay, and simple dagger. We'll go in. Yeah, Mario Odyssey, I remember. So for years it was weird. It was like around, I rarely get sick. And it was like for years, around October, I would get like, you know, a throat or a chest infection or something. And it'd be usually around October, which is good because I hate Halloween. And then it was one summer in one Halloween 2017, I was like, all right, I'm actually going to maybe kind of put a bit of effort into my Halloween costume and go to a party, because the 2 years before that, I dressed up as a banana. And then, 1 year I dressed up as a banana, and then the year after that, I got the same costume and dyed it with brown spots with some coffee or tea, and I went as a bruised banana. So then that year, when Breath of the Wild came out, and Odyssey, I was like, okay, I'm actually going to put in some effort. So I went out, and I bought sort of like the stuff to make like a makeshift Jon Snow costume. But then I got a chest infection or something, and I had a fever, and I was just sick, and I was lying in bed. I didn't get to go to the party, so I wasted all my money on the costume, but it was okay, because I was lying in bed playing Mario Odyssey. And I think when a game can make you feel so just nice when you're feeling that shit, you know it's a good game. And that's like why I love games. Like I've said this before. Well, I'm not sure if I've said this, but like I find it weird as a reviewer, if you want to put that in quotes. Like a lot of people expect you, if you are a reviewer or a person who covers games, to kind of have like an encyclopedic knowledge on games. But I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of games. I never claim to. But what I do is like I'm very sort of like feeling orientated. So like there are people who have played less Majora's Mask than me that know way more about Majora's Mask than I do. But I'll still sit here and say that Majora's Mask is my favorite game. And I'll still say, like, even though I don't, like, you know, there'll be people that will be like, yeah, well, I know exactly what you have to do here, and at this point you go here, and I don't need a guide to play the game. I've beaten that game like 20 or 30 times, and I still need a guide because I don't remember it. But it's just like the feeling that Majora's Mask gives me. That's like, that's why it's my favorite game. But oh, you guitar player, have you tried to get in? So I've actually been playing this technically since like 6 o'clock or something, because I just joined in because I was like, okay, well, I'll test it out before I say I'm gonna stream, and then I go and I stream it. And then I was like, all right, well, if it works, I will stream it. So I've actually been sitting in the game, and it's been working so far. So we'll see how long it goes for. But so far, you guitar player, if you haven't played it, I'm 100% buying this game. Like, it's an absolute no-brainer because it's so fun. And I think all these public events, like, ooh, a gold. I think all these public events and stuff are really gonna give it like just that little bit extra. So yeah, that's a good feeling. I was in a rough spot a few years ago. I'm coming home to play Persona 5 every day for 2 months. Yeah, like that's like, you know, I know there's a certain level of escapism to games that's bad, but there are times when you're just like, oh, I'm stressed or blah, something's going on. You're like, I just want something chill. I want something that can just you know, just help. And I've heard a lot of people say that about Persona 5, that did that for them. And there's a few games like that for me. One in particular was, which is weird. It was Lonely Mountains Downhill. It was it's kind of like this. You're like, it's very chill, but also kind of very intense. You start at the top of the hill and you have to make it down. You're on a bike, and it's very like relaxing but intense. And yeah, that was one of them games that was just like, yeah, I need something to kind of just take me out of stuff, and it worked perfectly. Yeah, well, e-guitar player, we're finally in. It seems to be that those issues were fixed, and remember, I remember we thought my character was going to be deleted. They recovered it, so I mean, that's good. I mean, like, it's good that they're having this beta now, I guess, because if these issues happen at launch, which it wouldn't surprise me if they did, just so you know, it would have been a lot worse. Dude, I just Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. Yeah. I don't really, like, Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 are, like, they're really fun, but my favourite one of them Pandemic games are, that was Pandemic that made them, wasn't it? Was Lord of the Rings Conquest. It was basically Star Wars Battlefront but set in Lord of the Rings. Had it on PS3. I played the multiplayer so much. I even bought the DLC for it. There was like a few new maps, but the player base was so small that when the new map came out, you could practically never find anybody to play it with because nobody else had it. So it was a bit of a waste. But that game was so fun. R.I.P. Pandemic. I'm pretty sure that was Pandemic that made that. Yeah, so e-guitar player. I have my character. This is very fun. I'm going to get addicted to this game when it comes out. And I can't wait. I also like that these games are coming to console day and date because, like, to be honest, I don't really like playing games on my PC. I haven't for a long, long time. I was a massive PC gamer in, like, from 2010 to 2014, 15. Then I fell out of it. And then, like, when I'm sitting at a desk editing and writing and just working all day, like, I don't want to... Even though I'm sitting at my desk now, I don't want to sit down. I don't want to sit down and just... or I just want to sit down and play games. At, like, sitting comfortably or something. And that's just a PC. You can't really do that. Speaking of the Lord of the Rings, it's taken me this long to get into it, but I recently finished reading The Hobbit and Fellowship of the Ring halfway through to Two Towers masterpiece. Yes, they are. Now that you say that, Alex, I've seen your tweet, and I bought my brother a really nice hardback of The Lord of the Rings, like all 3 books in one. Well, technically it was 1 book, and then it got split into 3, but it's all, like, it's the 1 book, a really nice hardback. I bought it for him for Christmas, and he's been reading through them. And I think it was kind of the end of 2021 into the start of 2022, I reread The Fellowship, and then I was like, yeah, I'll wait for a bit, and then I'll read The Two Towers. And I didn't. But I started it yesterday, so I'm now like 20. I'm on page 26 now. I'm just aiming to read like 10 pages a day and just make my way through it slowly. But you and my brother both inspired me to get back in and read it. So I've read them before, so this will be my 2nd time reading The Two Towers, and yeah, they really are masterpieces. The Hobbit is my favorite out of all the books, though. It's just I like how adventurous The Hobbit feels. It feels like a real. It feels more like a bit well, not childish, I don't want to use that word, but you know, kind of like more childlike. Like, it's not as dark. Like, The Hobbit seems like an adventure a kid could go on, potentially.
Do you see?
Whereas The Lord of the Rings, you couldn't.
Enough is enough.
I see.
Okay, skip through the cutscenes because we don't care. Yes. Oh, so I didn't know, Ryan, you were into like collecting all them. I assume you collect physical games, then, do you?
But were attacked by bandits. The hunters think Perithan set them.
Because that's really cool. I've went through phases of collecting physical games, and then eventually I'll kind of like dip out of it
I want to look
because I don't know. Oh, look at all this crap that I didn't know. Region progress. Oh no, these are just more stuff that I know I'm just gonna get hooked on. And look at all these challenges, you feckers. Exactly like feckin' Destiny. Oh, you just can feck off. Okay. Oh, and they have class specific. Oh god, I am gonna lose so much time to this game. Oh, e-guitar player collects too. Oh, cool.
That troublemaker.
Are you like what sort of games do you both collect? Is it like just kind of everything, or are you like aiming for something specific? See,
Don't let me burn.
I watch a lot of collecting YouTubers. Like I love what are they called? The game chasers? I haven't watched them in a while. But there was a time about a year or two ago where I literally sat down and watched every single one of their videos. The game chasers, I think their name are, and then like I watch Beat 'em Ups, who was obviously a massive collector. I've watched him for a good few years now. And then for anybody who's interested, there's a really good channel called Mr. Matty Plays. And he has a channel. I mean, Mr. Matty Plays is a lot of the inspiration for my channel, to be honest, because I love his content. I've been watching him for years. But he has a channel called Retro Rebound, and it's like about collecting and old games and stuff. It's really cool. Just if people are looking for recommendations. But I love I love watching videos about collecting, but I don't want to get into it because it's just a dangerous hobby. It's as simple as that. It's just a dangerous hobby to get into. Class. The Hobbit is my favourite as well. Definitely comforting experience. I like the way it was on the shorter side as well. Yeah, like to be honest, there are parts. See, this is why when people ask me like, should I read? Again, this is what I'm going back to. This is what I'm going back to, like, how I'm more feeling orientated than anything else. So, I love Lord of the Rings, and I've loved Lord of the Rings since I've watched the first film. And, like, again, there's going to be people who know a lot more about Lord of the Rings than me, but it's probably, like, my favourite franchise out there. Or, like, even with Zelda, like, it's one of my favourite franchises. And, that's why I say when people ask me, like, should you read the books or watch the films first? And I always say that you should actually watch the films. Because, well, for my mind anyway, for my mind, it's like, Tolkien's writing is so descriptive. Like, you're literally, like, reading a full page and he's explaining how there's, like, I was actually only reading a page earlier and it was like, and then the ridge was off this way, and the sun was splitting the trees from the east and casting a dark shadow on the rocks, and you know, all this stuff. And I find sometimes that writing can be a bit not annoying to read, but like it feels like there's times when it's not really progressing anything. So that's why I like to read to watch the films first, because then you already have that mental image. So a lot of that descriptive writing kind of can move to the back, so you're kind of like reading it and then you already have the image, so you don't really have to pay attention to it as much, you know. I know there's going to be a lot of people that really like that sort of descriptive writing, but for me it just helps that I have that sort of like visual in my head before I read all that. Have you read any manga? No, I haven't. I'm not really. Even though I love Japanese games, I've never watched anime, never read any manga. Like, I mean, I've watched one or two Studio Ghibli films, but I know they're sort of like the normie anime, if you want to say that. And then I've seen Pokemon, but I mean, I know a lot of people wouldn't even consider that like proper anime. I don't know, but no, I haven't, and I don't think I ever will, to be honest. Like, I was never even big into comic books. Or what's going on here? I was never really big into comic books or either. That's just not really my style. Keep at least one adventurer alive. Oh shit, okay. I've watched the first Hobbit movie, but I've always read the book before watching the movie, pretty much everything. Yeah, some people, see, this is where it kind of gets a bit weird. So, I had never seen The Shawshank Redemption, and I read the book. So it's a short story in like a compilation of short stories written by Stephen King. What's it called? Different Seasons or something like that. And I read The Shawshank Redemption, and that little novella, I believe is what it's called, is like just absolutely like, it's just phenomenal. Like it's just, I can't even explain how good it is. I read it, and for whatever reason I was brought to tears near the end of it. And then I watched the movie, and I was like, obviously everyone's bigging up the movie, you know, Shawshank Redemption is one of the best films ever made. And I was like, I just didn't get it. It's like the book hit me so hard that when the movie came, it just didn't hit me, you know? And it just made no sense that the main character was black, because in the book he's Irish and ginger. And I know people say, oh, well, in the book that's a movie, or in the book that's a joke. But it's like, but it doesn't make any sense, you know? So there's just a lot of things that I didn't really like in the movie. And I'm going to be one of them hipsters like, oh, I read the book before I did that, but... Oh, wait, do I want to keep the orange boots on? Yes, I do. And then, as for the Hobbit films, again, like, as I said with movies, if it's entertaining to watch, I like it. And I think that's... I think the Lord of the Rings films are, like, masterpiece films. And then the Hobbit films are, like... The first Hobbit film, I actually think is a good film. Because it like, really captures that, like, the whole adventure part. But then the other ones kind of, you know... They started to go stray a bit too far and just go on for a bit too long. They were still entertaining, so I enjoyed them, watching them in the cinema. But yeah, that's what I think of the Hobbit movies anyway. It's just so funny that now, if the Lord of the Rings was made, and I would love it's an impossible task, but I would love to see like a big TV network try their hand at recreating the Lord of the Rings as like a show. Because imagine each book got like 12 episodes, so it's 12, 13, 14 hours long. I think that would be very interesting. I think the only issue is like trying to cast all the characters, because it's like the characters were just cast perfectly. Salvage. Oh, okay, so maybe I shouldn't be selling everything. Oh. Bit of ASMR there. Okay, I don't need anything repaired. Upgrade items. I wonder, is it like how much does it cost to upgrade? Let's see, because I kind of like this bow. Oh. Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of money. Well, I mean, this character won't matter in the future, so does it really matter? I'll just use this as a way to just test everything out. Okay, there's another challenge complete. Can I level up? I can. So we have you unlocked. Oh, I have one more ability point. I think I'll upgrade. Let's see. What do these do? Gain 5% damage reduction. Gain bonus when crossbows. Yeah, cool. Just increase that, so. Okay, so we'll go off. So that's where I want to go, up top right and there. So we'll go off and we'll do this side quest here. I don't know, like, I think I remember, like, just kind of Torchlight, especially Torchlight 3. That game was very, I don't know, that game was very messy. But it seems like Torchlight and and Diablo 3 were quite, like, they weren't as readable as this or something. Yeah, Alex, I've read... So, I remember a while ago, I went to... this was, I think, this was the year, I think, that The Witcher 3 came out, so I had played The Witcher 1 and 2 before that, and I wanted to get into the books. I think it was that year anyway. And I googled like what's the best way to get into the Witcher books, and what they said was the best way to get into the Witcher books was that there was like two collections of short stories that you should read before you read the novels. And I read the first collection of short stories, and I think I have the second collection of short stories and the first novel on my bookshelf. I just haven't read them. But I did really enjoy the first the first collection of short stories. I think in general I just like short stories they're just very digestible. Like that is one thing that I'm trying to work on, is like my attention span with books. I used to read a lot when I was a kid. Now, obviously, they were kids' books. I was reading Roald Dahl and Horrid Henry and I love Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That's one of my favourites. And Captain Underpants. And I never read the famous 5. I was a Secret 7 person, which my next door neighbour used to buy me one every Christmas or every birthday, which was really nice of her. And I have fond memories of reading them. Yeah, Last Wish and Sword of Destiny. I think the last... I don't know which one I've read. I can't really remember, to be honest. But I have both. I don't know if that is still considered the best way of like reading all the books. There's a really good book. I don't know if you've ever played BioShock, Alex, but there's a really good BioShock book out there. What is it called? I forget. I read it, but anyway, it's good. The only problem with it now, I'm not sure if it's canon anymore. I'm not even sure if it was ever considered canon, but it was still a very good story. It kind of gives you the backstory to all like the main villains from BioShock. Yep, and they had the Captain Underpants books had the little pages where it would say like put your hand here and then grab the corner and then you flip it and then it was like they were punching, but the amount of times it was like and I'd end up ripping half of the page out. So I think I have a few Captain Underpants that have like half pages missing because I was like just fucking rip it out. But I love Captain Underpants. I think I actually don't know what I preferred more, Captain Underpants or Diary of a Wimpy Kid. See, I think Diary of a Wimpy Kid came out when I was slightly too old to be reading it, but I didn't care. And the prequel to Captain Underpants, or it wasn't a prequel, I think it was like one of the first books that guy wrote. I don't know the author's name. It's called Soupy Boy, and it's about this kid that when his parents go to a soup factory one day and he's only a baby and they drop him into like a big batch of soup and he comes out as a superhero flying can of soup, and it was just brilliant. Simple as that. It was simply brilliant. Yeah, Flip-O-Rama, that's what it was called, Alex. I fucking love them. They were so cool. I didn't know Plants vs. Zombies had comics. I love the first Plants vs. Zombies is so good. I love that game. And then Plants vs. Zombies 2 came out, and it was like just microtransactions and all that. It's like I just wanna buy and play the game. And then the third-person shooter Plants vs. Zombies games are way better than they have any right to be. I love them games. I actually have an old video on my old YouTube channel where I did like a first look back when I was doing them. It's just so funny how YouTube has changed. Like, I don't think those sort of first looks, like, you know, like Total Biscuit's WTF is, I just don't think them videos could survive on YouTube nowadays. Which is a shame. Because he was, once again, probably my biggest inspiration for getting into YouTube. There's three people. Well, I guess there's Colin and Greg, Colin Moriarty and Greg Miller. And then there's Mr. Matty Plays, and then there's Total Biscuit. They would be the main people that spring to mind. My YouTube career started with highly edited Black Ops 3 zombie montages. My brother used to do montages back on COD 4. When he had a Dazzle capture card and he'd edit them together. And then he did a video where it was like, how to get free Simpsons episodes or something. And then, but the only thing was he like robbed the method from like another YouTuber. Like literally another YouTuber that had like 3 subscribers or something. And then that guy was like, he put a comment on the video. He's like, my dad works for Google, and if you don't remove this video, we're gonna get the police called to your house. And actually, my YouTube career, I think I've had before this channel 1, 2, 3, 4. I've either had 3 or 4 YouTube channels before, or in total, including this one. So my first YouTube channel was, I did Minecraft Let's Plays that didn't have VO, and I would use text. That's how I would write on the screen in text. And then, if anyone was around, my cousin Ado, which kind of became a meme, me saying that, but he's been in the chat, Aiden Fitz. He's been in the chat a bit. We made a YouTube channel where we played games together. Minecraft, like, co-op Let's Plays and stuff. And we called that the Deadly Duo. Yes, brilliant name. And we did, like, Minecraft Let's Plays and all that crap. And we actually did one video where we, like, built this medieval village. And we did a montage and then we showed you exploring it. And it was actually really good. And then after that, I made my old YouTube channel when I was 16. And that was called The AdzyC254 because AdzyC254 was already taken. And that was a game, like kind of a commentary channel where I took a lot of inspiration from Total Biscuit and Nerd Cubed and did them sorts of videos. I did Let's Plays and like kind of commentary, like first look videos, and then I started this channel. So I've had a lot of YouTube channels. Oh crap, I just missed that. But I've had a lot of YouTube channels. They've all led me to this point. And my only regret is that I wish I kept it up because I would really like to see where I'd be. And even this channel, I started this channel in 2018, uploaded a couple of videos, and then just stopped. And then eventually I got let go at my job because the company got shut down. And then that was just before, like I started just before the pandemic, so it was in like February of 2020. And then yeah, here I am. But again, I just wish I kept going. It seems to be everybody. Like, it's so funny because when I was in school doing that YouTube, I didn't want anybody to find out because obviously you just get slagged. And I didn't want any of that. And it's just so funny. Then I go to college. Now, obviously, I would be making friends with people that are similar to me who like games and stuff, so it makes sense. But pretty much everybody had a YouTube channel at some point.
Need a word with you.
It's quite funny.
Fence says the math doesn't add up right. Says she saw you skulking around the reserves last night. Says we're short 2 boxes of the good stuff. No need to worry. I know you'll make it right. And I know you'll come tell me exactly how. I'd hate to let you go. The wargs like you, my friend. They like fresh meat.
Yeah, Alex, I think I can't even remember how many subscribers I got on my other channels. My AdzyC254 one, the one before this channel, I got over 100 subs. I think it was like 130 subs or something. I don't know how the videos were awful, but and I used to do this like this ear-piercing intro. So I'm sure some people have went back and seen it when we were talking about it on other streams. But my old intro was, I literally did this. I said, "What's up, everybody?" And that's exactly how I did it, actually. But it was, if you go back and listen to any of them videos, it's ear-piercing. I don't know how that sounded on this mic, but obviously I was using a shit mic back then. And just like, what? And it was just awful. But yeah, I mean, you've gotten a good bit of success on your YouTube channel. Like, your videos fucking...
I'm not ready yet.
Your videos blow up. Just goes to show there's a big market there. There's a big audience there for them, for just like sort of Japanese and specifically Yakuza and SMT and all that.
Need more time.
I think the only problem with them, with like, I just couldn't do a game or series specific channel. I just get too bored. Yeah, everyone over here dunks on everything. Like, I remember I told someone that I know about, like, how I was earning a bit of, like, earning money from doing YouTube through, like, freelancing for Game Explain and stuff. And then, like, the first response from the person was like, yeah, well, I'm sure the owner of that website is making good money off of you. I was like, well, of course. Like, they wouldn't be... Like, every business has to... Like, if you have an employee, the company needs to get paid as well. But, like, why does that matter? Like, I'm still earning a bit of money making videos about games. Yeah, like, that's mad. Like Alex, like, now, my channel has actually been doing really well recently, but, like, 100 views in an hour, I don't think I've ever gotten that. Have I? I actually don't think I have. Like, that's crazy. Now, I think part of it was that, like, I think a lot of my subscribers, because obviously my channel was quite broad, a lot of my subscribers subscribe for one specific thing, so a lot of them don't click on shit. But now I'm kind of like honing in. Like, now I'm kind of honing in on, like, I do reviews and I only do reviews. I do reviews and then I do impressions, which are basically just reviews, but just not full. That's all I do on this channel now. And eventually that's what I'm hoping, like, people will sort of, they know what to expect. So I think that, like, I kind of gave myself a bit of a crutch doing that. Now, I don't have enough subscribers for it to be, like, a proper issue, because obviously I can just, you know, like, a lot of them old people will be phased out, the people that don't actually want to watch the sort of content. Yeah, like they're a business. Of course they have to make money. Like, it's fucking stupid, but that's just seems to be the Irish way of things, like. That just seems to, like, you know, oh, well, you're doing something now, well, fuck you. I don't know, that's one thing. You know, I like to slag America just as a place. There's just, you know, obviously you're seeing it from the outside. There's a lot of stuff, but that's one thing about America you don't see, is people are generally, oh yeah, fair play, oh, that's really cool, like, fair play to you. I haven't uploaded anything to YouTube, and I'm still learning. Yeah, it's pretty intimidating. E-guitar player, it's very intimidating. It's so funny that, like, there's just, like, people in the stream that I recognize that, like, they're just like, oh yeah, his name is E-guitar player, and Foe's name is Foe. That's just who they are. And I'm just addressing you by them names. It's just funny. Forgot to mention, I got a PS Vita charger because I broke my old one, so I bought it. Yeah, that happened to me, actually, Rylan. I had a PS Vita charger, and then it broke. But then I bought this really handy wire. I forget where I bought it, though. I think it actually might have been GameStop now, I think, back in the day. And it's like a USB wire, and then at the other end of it, there's, like, 4 or 5 different chargers, and, like, one's a PSP charger, one's a PS Vita charger, another one's a DS charger, and then the other one is a 3DS charger, or something like that. So it's a one size fits all. I haven't touched my Vita in ages. I was actually thinking about selling it because it just kind of sits in my wardrobe, just collecting dust. But I think with a Vita, maybe I'm probably just better off holding onto it, because I think the value of the Vita is just going to skyrocket. This is honestly a perfect game to stream. It's like, it takes a small bit of brain, but it's like, it's really good to, like, just, you know, talk to people in chat while also kind of playing the game, I guess. People really only care when there's good numbers involved over here, from my experience. Someone slagged me for having a channel once they shut up enough of what I said I have 13. Yeah, I know, like, that's, so that was, you know, as much as when I was doing the, like, starting YouTube, and obviously, like, you get people slagging you, like, oh, haha, adsy game, and, like, blah blah blah. You know, I don't really care. I have a tough skin, but it's like once I started earning money because I was freelancing from Game Explain, and now my channel's monetized and stuff. Like, it's like people kind of listen now, and it's just so stupid. It's like, what's the difference? Like, I'm still doing the exact same thing. I'm just playing. Oh, is that? Like, I'm playing games. Like, I'm literally sitting here and I'm playing games. But why does that make it any different? And it's a bit annoying. And then, like I remember once. Now this was a joke from my uncle. He was genuinely joking. We were drunk. Like, we were out watching football, and I joked when he was so when I told him, or it was at Christmas actually, when I proposed to my girlfriend, and he was like, "Oh, Adam, yeah, you have a girl or you have a fiance now. You better go get a real job." And then it's like, I joked him, was like, "Paul, one of my videos, you know, just to kind of put it in his face, like, Paul, one of my Game Explain videos had 187,000 views last year, and that was the High on Life review. I think, like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's at 200k now." And then it was like, oh, like, that's bigger than any football stadium in the world of people who have listened to me talk about a game, which is just, like, that's just weird when you put it in that perspective. And I think you kind of need that sort of perspective because I don't know, it's just, it's weird. It's just a weird situation to be in. Yeah, well, that's exactly, yeah, get a real job. That's all they care about. It's like, well, I mean, I've worked for my dad doing plumbing. I've worked for my dad doing office work. I've worked in a construction company doing office work, like, and I would much rather be doing this, I can tell you that.
I need more time.
Dungeon complete. You have unlocked slating aspect. Okay, wait, I have to... I don't know what that said, I'll have to look that up. Ah, cool, yeah, so... to be honest, e-guitar player, if I wasn't doing this, I think that's what I would have done. Because, maybe on sort of like the office side, but, I mean, I've probably worked combined about a year working for my dad on building sites. And then I've worked on and off, like, a couple of years doing office work for my dad when I was in college and stuff. And I don't know, I preferred it. I preferred it kind of to... Can I, like, get out of this? No. Real easy. I just preferred it to, like, a normal office job because at least, at the very least, you're up, you're moving, you're using your body. And, now I don't know how long it would have lasted, but, I've seen a lot of, like... Well, one thing that you see is a lot of people disrespecting construction workers because it's like a job for, like, stupid people, or you're only a construction worker, what do you know, and stuff. But, like, there was one of the owners of one of the building sites, and my brother worked with me as well. And my brother's, like, a very intelligent person. And he was he said something to the owner of the building site, and the owner turned to Andy, my brother, and he goes like just to let you know, like, I have met some of the most stupid people who have masters and degrees and they work in these big companies and offices, but I've met some of the smartest people who work on construction sites, and they're plumbers and they're labourers and they're electricians. And I would say that too, like, I've met a lot of very intelligent people who are just construction workers, so I think there is a lot of disrespect. Yeah, to be honest, e-guitar player, I've seen what labourers do all day, and I don't envy you, but fair play to you, because that is a seriously tough job. I don't know where you're from either, so especially if it's warm or extremely cold, that's a seriously tough job. I've seen labourers, you know, who carry around I don't know if this is just an Irish word, but a Kango hammer, and just coring out holes in 4-inch thick, well, weighing like massive concrete walls, and I don't envy them. But fair play to you. And yeah, over here, I know over here in Ireland, labourers get paid. Like, I think, like, you start off as a labourer and you're on, like, 16, 17 euro an hour. Which is very good. Considering, like, you can go to college for 4 years and come out and earn, like, feckin' 22,000 euro a year or something like that. And yeah, definitely guitar player. Do you, well, I assume, I'm gonna take a guess that you play guitar if you're talking about music. I also play guitar, but I've kind of dipped out of it, unfortunately. I've kind of gone through, like, stints. Like, I still... My guitar strings broke not too long ago. And I think that sort of killed a lot of motivation, because I need to go buy strings and stuff. I do wish I played it more. But I found myself just getting into a rhythm of, like, playing the same songs, and I didn't really have much motivation to, like, learn new stuff. And Alex, I can't wait to get into the editing audio business somewhere just out of education. Well, yeah, I was the same, Alex. Not that I hated school. I liked school, but I don't know, it was fine. And then I went to college because that's just the dumb thing, and I disliked it.
He's gone too far this time. He has strayed so far from the light.
Oh yeah, crap, I wanted to check out Code Extra Power. Show my class only. How do I unlock them? Oh, so you unlock them by completing dungeons. Okay. Oh, so then that's another dungeon. Okay, so you get loads of stuff. You get loads. There's just so much to this game. And yeah. Oh yes. I'm buying this game. 100%. Thankfully I don't have long left, yeah. The owl... my favourite years of school were 5th and 6th year. I mean, the Leaving Cert shit, and I still have... So for anybody who isn't Irish, the Leaving Cert is like your final exams that you do coming out of, like, high school. Over here we got secondary school, but high school. And yeah, I still have nightmares about it. It's like, you just have them weird nightmares where I wake up in my dream and I'm like, shit, there's only 2 months to the Leaving Cert. I haven't done anything. Crap, I better study loads. And yeah, because I, like, not that I didn't do anything. Like, I always did my work in school, but I was quite lazy when it came to doing anything above what was expected. So about a month before the Leaving Cert was about to start, and I don't condone this. This is not educational advice. Do not listen to me, kids. Well, kids, I'm 24. Well, I'm actually 25 on Monday, so I actually am quite old now. But I remember then a month I just went to my mum's like, Mum, I'm not going into school. I'm just going to stay home. I'm going to study, and I'm going to just teach myself everything because I didn't do enough and I really need to catch up. So I did it, and I ended up getting 415 points in my Leaving Cert, which I am very happy about. Considering my guidance counsellor said I'd be lucky if I even got 400 because of the effort that I put in. I was like, come on, just stop. But I got more. It is a pretty bad system. I mean, I think if anybody had the answer to how to educate a whole population of people, they would be one of the smartest people to ever live. And I don't envy anybody trying to figure that out, to be honest. Marcus Junk, Mark as not Marcus Junk, Mark as Junk. Ooh! Oh no, I don't think I can equip that. But once you see the orange or the gold on the ground, just oh, give me a loot. Was there another side quest to do here? Yeah, the thing is, the one thing I will say about the Leaving Cert, and one of my teachers told me this, is that the Leaving Cert is kind of set up to like, if you put in the work, like generally you will be rewarded for it. And I think that is pretty true. Like for most cases it is kind of true. But like, it's just so funny, like, with the Leaving Cert and all that, like, I did the Leaving Cert, obviously you're stressing over it, blah, blah, blah. And then I go to college, and I'm like, now, I haven't used my degree once. Like, I got out of college, went to an industrial estate near me, because my mom almost got a job in a place, but she didn't take it. And then they were like, do you know anyone else that wants the job? And they said, my mom said, yeah, my son will take it. So I took that job. So I didn't need a degree for that. And then during that job, this is mad. During that job, I was doing like office work for a construction company. And I was like, oh, I might go to college. I might go back to college. This is when I would just kind of finish college. I took a year off. I was working, and then I had a few more exams to do. And then I was like, oh, I think what I'll do is I'll finish my degree now and then do a master's in quantity surveying. But then once I got let go from that job, I started this YouTube channel. And here I am. Haven't needed to use my degree once. Now, I'm not sure if I would call college a waste though. Especially over here, because it's like, college at most is like a €20,000 investment. If you're like paying for your own stuff. But luckily I like lived in Dublin, so I only had to commute and everything like that, so it's not expensive. My parents pay for college. So like, it's not as big a commitment over here. I can understand in America, like, college, I don't think college should be encouraged the way it is in America, because you have like €150,000 debt over your head when you're going on dollars. It's going good, folk. We are getting very heavily addicted to this game. And I'm gonna just keep playing it. My throat is starting to hurt though. I need to like figure out how to speak better. I always strain my voice when I'm streaming. And I don't think it should be like that. And I strain my voice when I sing as well. So I just don't think I understand how to use my vocal cords. Ooh, cold damage. Not really paying attention to like the build here, but I probably should. But for what games have you been playing? Have you been playing any didn't Fortnite got a new update or something recently, didn't it? I think it did. What is the new video? The new video I'm planning is, or not the plan, I have it. It's uploaded in the back end. So it's either going up tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday. I haven't decided. But it's like a Resident Evil 4 original like review of the game. The Resident Evil 4 original game. That's the one. Do I want to go there or do I want to go back here? I'll go back here and I'll sell some stuff. But yeah, it's just like a review of the original game before the remake, and then eventually I'll do a remake review at some point whenever I finish it. But apparently that game is stupidly long. Played the whole of no wonder. Wait, Fo, did you? I know you said when you've no nostalgia, so do you have zero nostalgia for that game?
So you have.
And Metro 2033 is very good. I love that game. Last Light is good, and then I heard Exodus is really good as well. But I have Exodus on the PlayStation, but I just haven't played it yet.
I can't do that here.
And yeah, I need to start talking in your Discord a bit more. I've used a lot less since I closed. Yeah, see, why did you close your server? Your server was really active, I think. Oh yeah. I think it's on me. It's on me to use that server more. I don't use it that much. And it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like who I am. I generally don't really use social media or anything like that too much. So it's kind of on me to use that a bit more, considering it is my server. So I loved it as a kid, but I replayed it full today. It was the wrong decision. So don't do that, because now you're gonna get me to replay it. And now that I say that, I have actually played a fair bit of. I have played a fair bit of hit and run since like I've been older. Like I've probably played it like once every 4 or 5 years. Yeah, Ryan, I've heard they actually run pretty well on the Switch. And they're like pretty good looking games. They're very immersive. And then there's Books. They're based off Books, the Metro series, which is cool. Has a pretty cool story. Okay, fair enough, Alex. The last mission made my rate. Yeah, so I'm trying to think what the last mission was. See, I remember Foe, and I'm not sure if you. There's a mission. I forget if it's Apu's level, but well, Apu and I'm just trying to rack my brain here. So Apu and Bart have the same level. So, and I forget. It's like the downtown Springfield one. And I forget if it's whose level it is, but it's in that area, and you are in Snake's car, and you have to follow someone. You know the missions where you have to like bump into like another car so that it drops some crap? It was one of them missions. That is one of the missions that I can remember. Every single time I played the game, I got stuck on. Do you know what, Alex? That's nothing to do with me not giving it a thought. That's just me not just being like just completely. So do you know what? I'm gonna create a voice channel right now, and we will call it Voice Let's Chat. There we go. Voice channel is created. It's nothing to do with like me not wanting to do it. I just keep forgetting. So there we go. I did it. I'll probably have to set up some rules for it or something. I don't understand Discord, but there you go. Because I would actually like to start doing like maybe even like watch parties or something for when state of plays and stuff are on. The only issue is most state of plays and stuff are on like 10 o'clock, and I'm usually in bed watching them. Yeah, that is a rotten mission. Yeah, that's and also I don't remember it being hard. I remember it being hard, but I don't remember it being too annoying. But there's one where you're working with Dr. Nick, and you have to collect all the monkeys in that level, and like some of them are on like the roof of buildings and stuff. Foe now yet? Yeah, who was Foe? I think I'm not sure. No, Foe wasn't. It was Doan, my first ever patron. That guy. He's not very active. I mean, he pops into the chat every now and again and says hi and stuff. But yeah, he was helping me. He's the moderator on the Discord, I guess, because he was my first patron, which was a weird feeling as well. Geez, this game, I have to say, this game looks absolutely gorgeous. The texture quality is so high. The lighting's really good as well. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I remember the mission now. I love the Halloween level, and I love how fast all just the basic cars in the Halloween level is. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I'll dip in and out. I think like it would be cool if we could now that Discord is on PlayStation, we could actually play a few games. So, do you know what game I'm actually going to stream soon? It's going to be Battlefield 2042, because that game came to PS Plus, and let's see has it gotten any better. I mean, that game didn't have a scoreboard at one point, which is fucking insane. Give me more abilities. Yeah, there's a few of them sort of indie takes on the Battlefield series. I don't know what they're called though. But I think the multiplayer space is severely lacking a Battlefield game because Battlefield is very good. Very fun.
It's locked.
Oh yeah, no, was that 2042? That was very weird. And then I was streaming Skyrim. That's when I got the first troll, and it's very weird being trolled live. As I said, I have a thick skin, but it's definitely definitely weird. And then there was also that guy when I was playing 2042 that was like hitting on me, and he was asking me do I have Instagram and that I was cute. I was like, I don't know how like female streamers put up with it because that made me very uncomfortable. Just like being, it's like I'm in the middle of playing games and then this person's like, yeah, you're really good looking. It's like, thanks. It's like, do you have Instagram? It's like, and then I just went real quiet. It was very strange. Very, very strange. Yeah, they were just weird. They were just weird streams. I think though eventually that Andrew Tate lad kind of came around and then he was in a few other streams after that, like watching normally. The top G. Me and actually I was playing Overwatch there not too long ago, like last week. And we got like this guy in our team and he was just being real toxic. And like me and my friend Lee were like, yeah, oh well look at you, you only have like you've only 8k damage or something, whatever we said to him. And then he typed in like Lee Gallagher or like Gally D or whatever his name is on Battle.net. It's like, you're low income, bro. Like, get on my level or some crap like that. I was like, what? Like is this what like all this Andrew Tate stuff has like brought people to? Because it's just so funny. Now, I will admit, I find Andrew Tate very entertaining. Like, I'm part of the problem. I watch his stuff because he's so funny. Because of how fucking ridiculous he's being most of the time. But he's in prison now. But I heard that, like, he's in prison, but he hasn't been tried. Now, obviously, trying to get information on what's actually happening with someone like Andrew Tate is impossible. Because you have just both extremes of people that absolutely love him and then people that absolutely hate him. So you don't know what position the news is coming from. And, but, like, I think he's, like, being held in prison, but he hasn't been tried, which I'm pretty sure is illegal in, like, every single country. Woohoo, we leveled up. That means I can get a new skill. So what do we want? Dark Shroud. Surround yourself with 5 projectiles. Ooh, Poison Trap. What do... Oh, we learned that. Yeah, that's the problem is, like, people, like, now obviously I don't know what it's like being like a 14-year-old person and listening to that sort of content, because obviously you are a lot more, what would you call it, you're easily influenced at that age. But I mean, I would like to think that when I was 14 I wouldn't listen to that shit, but I'm more just fascinated with Andrew Tate by like just how he engineered like a rise to be like one of the most like Googled people. I think on Piers Morgan, I watched that video. I think he said he was the most Googled man in the world last year. Which, even if that statistic is bullshit, he's definitely up there. He mightn't be the most, but he's definitely up there. And it was all like just completely engineered by him. It's like when your one Belle Delphine kind of became like the internet thing, and then she kind of fell off, and then I remember she was on, if anybody has ever watched Philip DeFranco, the news guy. I used to watch him loads. I don't really watch him much anymore. But she was on his podcast. And she was basically saying, like, absolutely every news story that was ever written about her, she like, came up with herself and made up a bullshit story so that it would get pushed to the newspapers and all the websites and all that, and then she'd just become super famous. And people like that are just geniuses.
I'm not ready yet.
Maybe I'll become the next Andrew Tate. Just start saying a load of outrageous shit. I get my girlfriend to make me 2 cups of coffee in the morning. I don't even drink one. I only drink one. The other one just sits there. Because I remember I saw that clip of him saying that way before, like, he was Andrew Tate and, like, everyone knew about him. And I remember showing it to my girlfriend. I was just like, this is absolutely hilarious. And then we both laughed. And then, like, a couple of months later, I was like, yeah, Siobhan, do you remember that lad that I showed you? She was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, now he's, like, the most famous person in the world. Oh, we got a good crossbow there. It's worse than my bow, though. So, penetrating shot. I don't have penetrating shot, I don't think. Because I believe penetrating shot is this one. Yeah. Well, that's a bit useless then.
I need more time.
Making an Elden Ring needs an easy mode video would be an easy way to blow up. Yeah, a lot of people. That's all the rage when people when FromSoft release a game. Should have an easy mode. No, it shouldn't. It should have whatever the developers want to have. That's what it should have. One controversy I'm not looking forward to revisiting is when The Last of Us Part 2 gets made into a TV show, and revisiting that story, because I don't think I could put up with that again. That, like, single-handedly, I had this friend that I met through doing YouTube, Max. I was on his podcast, and you've been in the streams a few times and stuff. But that kind of, like, single-handedly made him stop YouTube, which was a shame.
Is it true what they say?
Because he made a video about The Last of Us and he just got, like, absolutely dogpiled.
The knights marched to Cor Valar. If I were 2 years older, I'd have passed my trials and I'd be marching with them. Instead, I stayed.
Our new recruits are proving themselves strong. I've grown fond of one. Knight Soliana Costa. Her devotion to the faith. Cast even the darkest shadow of doubt from anyone's mind. It's easy to talk to her.
Okay, now how do I open that door?
The calling of the light. She had to leave her family too. A son.
Fo, what's your plan with your videos and stuff? Like, do you have a plan? Because your videos seem to do, like, really well. Yeah, I've heard, yeah, they're going to stretch it into 2. Which it needs it. There's no way you could fit that into one. No way you could fit that into one season. I should actually probably have got the poison trap now, because I could do that, and then, like, I could do that, plant the poison trap, and then no one will be able to touch me. Ah, yeah, I get that. That's the problem with reviews, is like there are times when I make videos like, oh, I'd like to be able to do a bit more editing on this, but I can't, because obviously when it comes to reviews, it's like the earlier you get it out, the better. That's just pretty much always true. But yeah, there's no point. Like if it's a video on an older game, then yeah, just the more time you put in it. But then there is also a bit of. I always found that like just sort of, if you dwell on videos too much, they actually come out worse because you end up like over. Not that I've ever done like fancy editing, but you end up like doing too much on them. Like it's just so trying to figure out YouTube is so difficult. I am enjoying the journey of trying to figure it out, but it's quite hard because like I'm looking at I think my biggest thing with YouTube is like, so obviously my PSVR 2 video and my PSVR 2 video and my Destiny video did really well, and then my Destiny Lightfall video did like pretty good as well. Like I can't complain. I think it's nearly at 500 views, which is. I mean, I can't complain about 500 views on a video. And I had, like, but I can't, I can't see what I did different with them videos and why they're why they blew up. I don't know why. That's the problem. I say go for it, folks. What I've been trying to do is like kind of shorten my videos slightly when I can. Like if a video needs to be longer, I will. Like if I physically can't get the information in. But what I'm trying to do is like be able to make a really good 5 minutes, and like aim to make a really good 5 minutes, and then when I get good at making like good and efficient at making a good 5 minutes, then scale them to 10 minutes if they need it. Now it does seem that I'm still in between whether or not I want to do them on the whole video or just on the main parts because they can get distracting. I know you said that, Alex, and I do kind of agree. But definitely doing some type of subtitles helps with retention in my views anyway. Even if it's just for the points that you want to drive home.
Tried to convince Soliana to leave.
Okay, where are we going? We're going down here.
Told her son would rather grow up with her mother, so we could start over, away from this frozen wasteland. She refused. Soliana said to run would be to abandon life and a better world for her son.
Need more time.
Yeah, see, like all. Oh crap! Yeah. There was one review, Alex, where I did them. I think for every sentence, and I do agree that it was very. It was very distracting. So going forward, I think my plan with the subtitles is to do them on the parts that my face is on, because you can only do so many zooms and crap, you know, before the zooms get boring. So with the subtitles, it kind of gives you something to look at when there's no gameplay going on. That's my thought process behind it anyway. It does seem to be working. Generally my retention has only gone up since I've done it. Now again, like that's the thing. It's like it could be maybe I'm making better videos, or my script writing is better, or blah blah blah, or it could just be on topics that people want to listen to more. But it's hard. It's hard to know, because it's like I finally went back to the Witcher video. And that video did pretty well. Like like 200-300 views. Like, can't complain. That's pretty good, especially for like an old game. And like that did well. And then I did the same video for Psychonauts 2, and then that was my worst performing video I've released in ages. And then like some of my starting like reviews that I get early do really well. But then like for Spoken, which I reviewed for Game Explain, also did a video on my own channel, did awful on my channel. Yeah, well, I think it was the thumbnail, and I really don't like the thumbnail. And then like I got that, I have that guy that does the thumbnails every now and again, but then I started doing this sort of new style where I have the blue green or the blue red kind of background, and so far the click-through rate on them videos has been really good. So again, I don't know, is it the title, is it the thumbnail, but I'm kind of sticking with it for a while. I want to see how it goes. I think a good idea for some people do is subtitles at the start and find out when your average drop-off time is and put it around the time to pick up people's attentions. Yeah, I mean, like that sounds like a good place to start, definitely. And then like what you can do then is like actually Gleam is, well, obviously again there's so many different factors, but then you could kind of start to test the waters to see if they do actually increase the average watch time and stuff. That whole side of YouTube is fascinating. It is very interesting to learn about it. Learn about like the psychology of making videos. And thank you, Fo. Yeah, so I got that guy to help me with the thumbnails because sometimes you know, I could be like making videos for Game Explain, making videos for my own channel, and I can just sort of like the thumbnails, like my thumbnails don't take me too long, like maybe an hour at most, and I probably should be spending more time on them. But I think the more time I spend on them, I try to get these ideas that just never get executed well. And I'm like, yeah, this would be a class thumbnail. And then I tried to do it, I was like, this didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. And then I also think for this sort of like I find it very difficult for all the sort of like guru stuff, like all the YouTube helpers. Oh no, I'm dead. I find it very difficult to translate a lot of the stuff, all their advice to gaming channels. And then also I think like people are like, well, you should spend more time on your thumbnails, which I mean I'm sure is very solid advice. If you spend more time in it, it probably will come out better. But for a channel like mine where it's very like getting things out fast, like if a game comes out I need a review, I'm doing these sort of like impression streams, I need a thumbnail like that, I need a thumbnail like this for my videos. I think it's probably very difficult to sit there and just say like, oh yeah, I'm going to spend 6 hours on a thumbnail for a video that needs to get out real quick, because at some point you have to cut the things that are going to take a lot of time and give you diminishing returns, you know? And it's like trying to find that balance so that, because I've already noticed like my workflow has increased because I've gotten way better at editing, and I think I've gotten way better at editing kind of concisely and snappy and fast enough to hopefully keep people's attention, but also so that it doesn't take me too much time to edit them. Because I mean, I'm only one man. I can only, like, if I get a game on a Friday and I need it beaten by the following Friday and also reviewed and make a video, you can only do so much at that stage. Jeez, this is a big dungeon. I'll tell you that much. See, because I think with the new thumbnails, it's like, I like having the green text because I think like at the end of the day, how many other people are doing reviews and doing impressions? Like, there's a lot of people. So, at a quick glance, without my face in the thumbnail, I'd like to be able to, like, kind of say, alright, there is a game, talking about Diablo or something, and without looking at the channel, I know that that's an ADSy video because of that green text. But then I struggled with the green text because the green text doesn't really work with different backgrounds. Certain backgrounds, the green text just doesn't look good with. So then I made that sort of, like, gradient, opaque overlay, so then it kind of will always fit in with the background. So far it's working, but again, like that, it could literally just change overnight. Because the reason why I changed to the green text was because I made my Borderlands 3 big long review, and that video did really well. So then I was like, oh, the green text probably works pretty well. Now, obviously, that video was kind of like a once-off, very deep video, so that could have like affected how well the click-through rate was on that. But I think that video has like a 12% click-through rate, which is like absolutely insane. And like that's 12 after like, you know, 10, 12,000 views or something. I actually don't know how many. I actually don't know how many views that video has now, but. So it's like I just kind of have to find formulas that work until they don't, and then try to change it up. I do use TubeBuddy, yeah. So the only problem is, so the stream times on TubeBuddy are a bit, are way later than I think my TubeBuddy says like I should stream, depending on the day, like anywhere from like 8 to 10 or 11 p.m. It's like I'm gonna be tired by then. Like I go to sleep pretty early and I wake up pretty early. So ideally, if I was to stream, I would love to stream at like 9 a.m. to like 12. That would be like my favorite streaming time, but I don't think there's many people around at that time, which is obviously fair enough. But the upload time seemed to do pretty well. Yeah, we got it. We killed the boss. Okay, well, we'll just go back. Do I have unlimited scrolls? Yeah, my audience is very American. I'll actually, if you're curious, I'll get the statistics up here. Let's see. If I go to analytics and I got audience. So right now it says my upload times is anywhere from like 5 to 6 p.m. depending on the day, which is when I upload. And then my stream times have actually dropped a lot. So like it's like 8 on a Sunday, 5 on a Monday, 9 on a Tuesday, 9 on Wednesday, 8 on Thursday, 4 on Friday, and 4 on Saturday. But my audience right now is how do I see the demographic? My audience now is 40.2% US, and then 10.7% UK, 5.1% Canada, 3.2% German, which is quite interesting, and 2.9% Australian. Oh, that's the last 28 days. Let's see lifetime. So the US is 43.4% of my audience. And then, like, Ireland is 2.1. So. See, Joe. Thank you, e-guitar player. Thank you. We killed the boss. It was actually quite difficult. Did you see Joe Biden said? No, I didn't. I saw Niall Horan was... oh, crap. I went all the way... Ah, you fecker. I saw Niall Horan was performing in front of him, though, which is quite interesting. Okay. I need to go to the blacksmith. And also to the healer guy. Does he... yeah, he does restore my potions. I wonder, can I get more potions? Okay, I think we'll sell all my junk here. And then we'll salvage you.
Farewell, and good fortune.
I may not be Irish as I'm sober and I've no relatives in jail. Joe Biden, I love watching the Joe Biden clips of him just bumbling. He's hilarious. There was one clip where he was like, I have one word to sum up this amazing country. And then he just like goes, and then that was it. He just fumbles over like multiple words, and it's just hilarious. He's a funny man. He's also one of the most powerful men in the world, which is very funny. Sleepy Joe, as they call him. No, Joe ain't right. Joe is I did hear, I think, am I right in saying that he did have a stroke at some point in his life? Like a very minor stroke? I could be wrong, but that's what it seems like happened to him at some point. Just how his brain works. Okay. Just give me like a minute. I need to go fill up my water and I need to go pee, and then I'll be back. We'll keep going. Probably play another half an hour or an hour, maybe even more. So I really appreciate everybody watching, but I'll be back in about a minute. Returned. He called the Pope a famous African-American baseball player to his face. I love watching the clues. Like, and I got hairy legs, and the kids used to sit on my lap and they'd rub my leg up, my hair up and down on my legs, and I love having the kids sitting on my lap or something like that. Oh, what a man. What a man. Very entertaining.
I need more time.
I love them deep fakes where it's like Joe Biden, Obama, and Trump playing like Warzone together, or like playing Rocket League. It's absolutely they're just brilliant. Kind of scary how like accurate they are though. Like it is a bit weird, worrying that like AI is already like that. So what's it gonna be like in 20 years? Be able to just accurately recreate conversations with people. You won't be able to tell the difference. Okay, what is this side quest that I'm doing? Oh, priority quests. Oh, healing potion upgrading. Okay, well, I want to go. I'm gonna dip and do that. Yeah, they've played every game under the sun. I'm surprised. I'd like to see one of them playing. Oh no, I actually did see one of them playing Elden Ring. They were fighting Margit, and Joe Biden was like, I can't beat him, and then like he was like, Trump, you beat him, didn't you? And then Trump's like, yes, I beat him, and you suck, Joe, and all this. Oh, just hilarious stuff. He's like, yeah, I have a method for killing him. It's like, you just have to deal more damage to him. Then Joe Biden's like, fuck you, Trump, and all this. It's hilarious. Okay, I want to upgrade my potion here.
I can't do that here.
Well, you certainly have the look of someone who's...
Okay, so we need level 20. Okay. Does that just give me 1? Or do I still only have 4? Okay, so it just increases the potency of it. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, and then we just go back to the portal here.
I'm not ready yet.
So I started Resident Evil 1, like the HD version. So I literally started before I streamed, and then I stopped and I decided I'd stream instead. And the first time, I grew up and my dad would play that on the PlayStation 1, so I kind of like knew of the game, or I've seen bits of it, but like I didn't watch much of it because I was too scared. And then one day, my dad thought it'd be a great idea for me to get Resident Evil on the DS, so it's a remake or a port of Resident Evil 1, but made on the DS. And I got to like one part where there was like blood on the wall and I had to walk into a room, and then that was it. That was me done. And I just had like a crippling fear of zombies for years. And even to this day, that game scares the crap out of me. I've never beaten it. Now, I don't think I ever will, because it's very old and the controls are annoying, and you know, I don't think I ever will beat it. But even to this day, that game scares the crap out of me. Where I've played Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil 2 Remake, and they are all scarier games than Resident Evil 1. But there's just something about that game, I just can't. It's too scary. Oh, itchy head.
I need more time.
Yeah, that guy looks like he's gonna blow up. Okay, we'll just put a good bit of distance here between us and just start spraying down the choke.
Need more time.
Oh, level up. Okay, I think what I'm actually going to do here is refund everything and go back into this. So I think we're going to stick. Oh, Seeks. We're going to stick to that because I think the knockback is very useful. Yeah, so the knockback is good. And then I think we get rid of rapid fire and we'll go for something different here. Barrage. Okay, we're going to go with barrage. Upgrade barrage for a bit. Every third cast barrage makes enemies vulnerable. And then I think I still prefer the caltrops. The caltrops are still quite good. So we'll upgrade the caltrops. Caltrops now deal cold damage. Yes, we want to put that into that. Your evade cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds when you daze an enemy. After knocking back or knocking down an enemy. Okay, well that's definitely worth it. Because I have a lot of knockback here. Is this €60? I think it's €80 FO on PlayStation. Let me check. Should be here somewhere. Diablo 4, that's the Ultimate Edition. Yeah, normal edition is 80 quid. I might join the voice chat tomorrow if I'm around. Let me think. I probably won't be around for the next couple of days because tomorrow is Mother's Day. So I'm going out for dinner as like a joint Mother's Day, joint birthday dinner for myself. And then on Monday is my birthday, so I'll probably be just taking it easy. Because I haven't really taken it easy in a while. Oh, wait. I'm a feckin' idiot. You can just upgrade the skills like normally like that. Oh, feck. Oh, well, I just missed out a lot. FO, actually, it's probably cheaper on PC. I highly doubt it's €80 on PC. The PC games are usually cheaper. I think I have Battle.net on my... Stop attacking me, would you? Let's see. Do I have Battle.net? No, I don't. Excuse me. But I'd imagine it's cheaper on PC. Because games usually are. Okay, so what do I have to do here? Is this it? Are you locked? Lockton? You are locked. So I need to find a bandit's hideout somewhere around here. Maybe it's underneath this. No. Yeah, I kind of already regret my decision. I prefer the rapid fire thing.
I'm not ready yet.
Because I can kind of like funnel them all down. Oh, €80 on PC. That is expensive. For a game that is not worth €80. I think Forspoken is like a game that's like, you know, €40 and yeah. It's worth €40. It's not great. It's not awful though. I do think people wear it too hard on that game. It's like the most bang average like 5 or 6 or whatever out of 10. Okay, where I'm trying to help you. Sinner's Chase. Where is Sinner's Chase? Is this Sinner's Chase? I don't know. Guess we'll just walk down here and might find some.
I'm not ready yet.
I think that game did well. No, they didn't give out any review codes for the PC version. I don't think. So I'd imagine Forspoken actually ran pretty poorly on PC. Yeah, it was trendy to hate on Forspoken at the time, so everybody did.
I can overlook my brother's foul deeds no longer. Light,
Thank you, Lockton.
grant me the strength to bring your justice upon my own blood.
I like the animation. Look at the animation on that move. That is really cool.
Need more time.
Geez, some of these enemies are they're getting spongy. Oh. €70. Well, that unfortunately €70-80 just the going rate for games. That is it is annoying. Now I am in the games are were very cheap before the price reduction or before the price increase. I do like from an economic standpoint, like it just made no sense the games are that cheap now because they haven't changed price since ever.
I'm not ready yet.
But everything else has changed price, but games have stayed the same. Okay, where is this?
I need more time.
Where is this thingamajig? Also, I just want to, for people who have been here for a while, I haven't properly looked into this, but I'm trying to figure out how many ads have you seen, like Fo and Alex and E-Guitar Player, like use a bit here for a bit, like how many ads have you seen on this? Because I don't know how to change it. I think there's this little dollar sign up here. And I think when I click that, it adds an ad, but I think it randomly also adds a bunch of ads. Okay. Well, that's not good. Monetization. Okay, so then I'm trying to see here. So when I click on monetization, 2 so far, I've been here since the stream started. How the fuck does that happen then? I think they randomly feed it to random people, but I thought it would be a bit less. Because like, I don't want to be sitting here like with 20 ads running. That's just annoying. And also, Guitar Player, where they open the locked door. There's no locked door here. Well, that's just the key. Were they skippable or non-skippable? It stops every 10 minutes. How was that happening? But some of the ads are long. And are they skippable, the long ones? Yeah, okay, they're skippable. Okay. See, because I don't know how I change that. I'll look into that for the next stream. Because I don't want to be sitting here and fucking feeding you 20 million ads at once. Like, it's not, okay.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, to be honest, e-guitar player, I have YouTube Premium. I used to have a Spotify subscription, but then I got YouTube Premium. You get like the 3 months free, and then now I just use YouTube Music. I just got rid of my Spotify subscription and just use YouTube Music because, I mean, Spotify is better than YouTube Music, but with YouTube Premium you get you get no ads, and then also non-skip, and then you also get YouTube Music. So it's a no-brainer to get both, and then just stop paying for Spotify. No point in paying for both of them at once. There is one positive to YouTube, or the YouTube Music over Spotify, and you know, like if an artist has like a cover that's only on YouTube, I know there is ways that you can like change them over to Spotify, but on YouTube Music you just add them straight to your playlist. It's great because it all just pulls it from like the same thing. Wait, and then Guitar Player, if you don't mind, like where are you from? Like, you read does it depend what region you're in? Does that affect ads or something? Because I'm wondering why you got so many and Alex and Foe didn't get too many.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, so you're in the US. I wonder does that have an effect on it? I'll look into that for the next stream. And also, Guitar Player, what I know you said you collect games. We really didn't go into that, but like, what do you collect everything? And what consoles do you, or like platforms do you play on now? I know you said you don't really have that much time for games, which is unfortunate.
I need more time.
And Rylan, do you ever buy digital games, Rylan, or do you mostly collect, or do you mostly just buy physical? I collect 360 PS3. I'm on the Atari VCS. I've never even seen an Atari. Let's see. I probably have Atari VCS. I'll have a look here. I just have to kill these enemies. Oh, the Atari VCS. I had a plug and play of one of them when I was a kid. Forget what games I had on it, but forget what games was on it, but I had a plug and play of one of them. I think it was like, am I right in saying that game? Oh wait, is a VCS? Is that like a modern thing? Because I remember there was like some game. It was like an adventure game, and you were in a castle, and you were this little like guy, and you had to collect keys and move around. See, Activision gave up on doing a 2-year COD, and now Sledgehammer are taking MW2 DLCs, and now are making a game out of that. Oh! Really? That's very interesting. There's going to be a lot of interesting stuff coming out about that stuff. About all the Activision, because the FTC case is coming out soon, and there's going to be loads of information released there. So the Atari VCS. A sleek, modern mini PC. Oh! Oh, so then the Atari VCS is just based off the old Ataris, is it? And then that's why the controller looks like a plug and play? Because that is really cool. And does it come with physical games, or... Oh, that console looks very nice. The Joy-Con. Oh, it comes with... Oh, that's deadly. 100 quid for the games. Yeah. It's Atari's new system. Yeah, I see. Adventure was the game I was talking about, where you're the guy running around. Nah, e-guitar player, just skip them. Feck it. Doesn't matter. It's not... It's money... It does... yeah, just feck and skip the ads. If there's games I'm interested in, I usually buy games for Xbox 360, PS3, Wii U, PS4, Switch. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of like... I'm always on the fence. I generally like to buy physical just because I can trade it in. Because since I review so many games, it just makes more sense for me to buy them digitally or physically, and then later on trade them in, and then, you know, buy the next game that I'm going to review. But like, I have dipped in and out of collecting games, and I'm kind of glad I got out of it, because it's an expensive hobby. And like, I already buy loads of games, play loads of games, and then I also like playing golf, and golf is very expensive. So, you know, I need to pick my poison. On watches as well. I like collecting watches. Even though watches are crazy expensive, so I don't actually buy watches often.
Need more time.
Okay, I need to lure him into this trap here. Got him.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, so this is like the second boss that's kind of been like this, where it's very, very slow, like, and they disappear a lot.
I need more time.
Like, they just kind of, like, he just fecks off. But that does give me a time to throw down that trap, dodge. See, I keep dodging back into it. Ah, you're into old PC games. You like Jeff. Jeff is in the Discord. He drops in and out of the chat on the streams every now and again, but he likes old PC games. So then, e-guitar player, do you like what's his name? LGR, Lazy Game Reviews. I love watching this channel. I haven't watched him in a while, but there was a time back in the day when I was really big into PC gaming where I watched his channel religiously, and he has an absolutely amazing voice for YouTube. Do you still enjoy games properly, or do you see it more as a business thing, like more playing it just for YouTube? So, I still enjoy it, and like, I'm not gonna lie, it does. Doing YouTube changes how you, well, especially since I review games, and like, I'm always like kind of looking for the next review. It definitely does change how I consume games. So, on one hand, I'm getting a lot better at completing games. My brother would always slag me for never finishing games. I was awful for it. And so that is one positive. And then, obviously, I'm just playing a lot of games. So you consume them in a different way. I don't play games. Now, I was never a completionist. but I don't play games as deep as I used to. Like, it's rare that, like, it takes a lot for me to play a game, binge it, make a video, and then go back to it. Usually I'm like, okay, now on to the next game. Whereas maybe beforehand, now this also changes because, like, now that I'm a bit older, I have a bit more disposable income than when I was 16, so I can afford to buy more games. So it's like it's a double-edged sword. It has positives and it has negatives. I don't see playing games as a business. Not yet, anyway. Maybe that might change. But right now, I still play games because I love them, and I hope that I will still love games in 10 years, even if I'm doing this as a job for the next 10 years. Please God, I'm still doing it. But
Have you done?
it has changed, and like one thing about reviewing. So if it's my own channel, I don't care. But if I'm reviewing a game for Game Explain and I don't like it, I can't just say feck it, I don't want to finish it, and then make my review. I kind of have to finish it since it's like for a broad audience. Unless the game is awful, like I'm sure there'd be no issue if the game was really that bad. But like there is games that you just start them and they're just bad. You don't want to beat them, but you have to. So that would be like the major drawback and kind of the most annoying part. Steam is my primary place to play games now. I used to only buy games for console, but since I got a second monitor, I'm loving playing. Yeah, I used to be like that, Alex, but PC game is just annoying. It's just fucking annoying. PC gaming is fine until something goes wrong, and then you're just like, oh, and then you have to download the drivers, and you have to go in, or go into your command console, change this. Go into the INI files, you'll fix this. Oh, the FPS isn't right. Add this in. Oh, for God's sake, and it just gives you a headache. So that's why I don't like PC gaming. I don't know him. LGR, yes, lazy. Just let me triple check here. His name is LGR. Lazy Game Reviews, I believe. And he does classic PC stuff, and he has a very, very nice voice. But you will probably enjoy his content. Yeah. I would highly recommend him. I mean, he has, like, he's been on YouTube for years, so there's just a whole load of content there if you want to watch that sort of stuff. It's very good. See, it's like that sort of stuff I'm more just interested in watching and learning about rather than actually playing it. Like, I love watching videos on the old Elder Scrolls games specifically because them games are actually way ahead of their time. And it's just so cool watching videos on them. Now, I've no interest in ever playing one, but God, I think this has been maybe the longest stream I've done in a long time. And my voice is dying. I wish there was a way I could quickly leave these dungeons. Maybe there is. Maybe I'm just being stupid. But maybe if I listen to the tutorials instead of just skipping them. Scratchy chin. But that's one more side quest done. Yeah, from what I've seen about like PC games recently, is that like the PC ports have been awful. Forspoken ran really bad. Wild Hearts ran awfully. There was another couple of games that just didn't run good on PC whatsoever. And it's almost like it's a repeat. So when I got into PC gaming in like 2010, 2012, I was watching a lot of Total Biscuit, and he did a lot of videos about PC performance, okay? And I remember a lot of his videos being negative about just how devs don't really care about PC gaming. And then what it felt like to me, it was like 2015, 2016, 2017, PC gaming kind of like went through a bit of a surge, and then loads of games started to run really well on it. And now it's like it's just gone back to square one all over again. That's another thing. It's like, oh yeah, no, PC gaming gives me fucking PTSD. Fred 5107. I've never heard of them, Ryland. 39,000 subscribers. Ah, they do 3D platform stuff. Oh, they haven't uploaded in ages. Oh, I've seen some of their reviews, yeah. I recognise their SpongeBob SquarePants movie review. Oh yeah, another public event. Jeez, yeah, the lighting in this game is fantastic. I have to just say, the graphics are unreal. The graphics are beautiful. Hey, what is this? Collect souls. Ah, cool.
More time.
I have to say, I like a lot of these. Now, I'm sure eventually they'll fall into like sameness, but a lot of them, like, they play differently. Some of them are like defending the moving target, others are like stopping a ritual, and then this one is like you have to collect souls as you kill people. Pretty cool. Thank you, Alex. I think. See, that's the funny thing about like doing YouTube back then. Like, I was like, that's such a clever name for a video, but that is an awful name for a video now. But actually, no, I don't actually think it is. No, it actually isn't that bad of a name. That was a very meh game though, and I wish it was better. So, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, which is the horror survival Walking Dead game, is on PSVR, is coming out soon, and I want to play it because it looks really, really good. The only issue is, it looks so scary. And I'd love to play it. But I think them sort of games, I've relegated myself to saying that I can only play a game like that if I have a headphone in and listen to a podcast. My guy's kind of starting to look a bit kind of cool. Did you watch The Walking Dead? I loved The Walking Dead up until... I don't even know what season it was. But it was like, eventually it just got too much. I think it was the season before Negan was in it. I think. They were in Alexandria. Is that the name of the place? And I think it was the season before Negan came into it. And I just got bored. And judging by what people have said, I'm glad that I kind of dipped out of it, because apparently it got quite bad. I love the first season. The first season was class. Like, and I don't even think, like, again, as I said, I don't take my opinion on movies or TV shows serious, but, like, I'm not even sure if it was anything to do with the show itself. I think it was that it just ran out of steam. Like, I don't think the show particularly got bad, but when you're watching 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 seasons of a show, like, you can only keep it good for so long, you know? Okay, we got all these side quests here. Oh god, I have a lot of side quests I didn't even realize. Oh, and they're like all this stuff up the top. Okay, cool. Now, to be honest, I like the slow parts better than the action parts. Limit access, progress the campaign. Okay, so we need that to gain a move. I liked all the slow parts. I like the characters. Like, obviously, some of the zombie scenes are really good.
What do you need?
Ooh.
Brava sent me. I'm looking for V.
Go to the mining camp. Okay, we go to the mining camp at Pine Hill. Oh wait, blacksmith. I need to go dismantle some crap. I wonder if my character progression is gonna carry over. I should have just Googled it, to be honest.
Came up like nicely.
Salvage everything. And then we'll sell it. Ooh. Sell all the junk. But like the Saints and Sinners, the game looks really cool. It's like you like have a home base and then you have to go on these missions to like find supplies and shit, and it just looks so scary. And like how you deal with the zombies, like you can actually like grab onto the zombies and stab them, and then you have to like the knife actually gets stuck in them, so you have to like take it out. And I just wish I wasn't so much of a baby because it just looks so fun. Wait, are these do I have to like pick up like 15 of these or something like that? Is that on PC? Yeah, it was on. So I think the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners 1 was on everything, and then I'm not sure if Walking Dead Saints and Sinners 2 came to, if it's brand new or if it's already on MetaQuest and then they're porting it to the PSVR for the first time or so. So they're like they're upscaling they're like updating the first one to like look better and stuff, and then they're releasing the second one. But I'm not sure if it's I'm not sure if the second one is brand new or they're just releasing it. Releasing it onto PlayStation VR. Just have to keep killing ghouls, I guess. Like, yeah, like, as I keep saying, like, look at the reflections on the ground and the muck. This game is amazing. Need to just find one more group of ghouls, I guess. I assume I'm gonna find one more pack before I get to this mine. And then I'll go through the mine, I think. Okay, well, these are skeletons, so these are no use to me. Kind of wish this person would help me, to be honest. Yeah, I will admit, watching these sorts of games is very entertaining, because they're just like switch your brain off kind of games. They're fun to watch, especially as obviously they get further on. And do you have any interest in playing it though? Guitar player. GP. That's your nickname. EGP. Okay. So that's that though. That's that side quest done. We'll go into the mine. Sure. Yeah, it is. It's a perfect stream game, to be honest. Cause like,
I'm not ready.
So on next Friday, I'm not sure if I'll stream before that. Maybe I will. I might stream like another Resident Evil game because I'm just really excited for Resident Evil. But next Friday I'm gonna stream Resident Evil 4. That will probably be a good stream game. But it'll probably... I'm not... like, it'll be a good stream game because I'll be crapping myself. You know? My specialization. Ooh. To unlock rogue through... What? Is that like... Is this like a class quest? Because if so... This should be cool. Gonna upgrade barrage. So did that like start a quest or something? I think it did. In fact, I'm still getting used to the menus here. Rogue true potential. Speak with Lorana and Meanstead. Okay. No, that's extraction and imprinting. But I'm not in Meanstead. Where am I? Okay, bear with me here while I try to figure this out. Where's Meaniestead? Was that you, Meaniestead? You are Meaniestead. Okay, so we go up here. I want to see what this is. Ah, you couldn't run it on anything. That's unfortunate. Have you played any of the other Diablo games, Guitar Player? And if so, what one is your favorite? Because I played Diablo 2, the remake, and Diablo 3. I think I prefer Diablo. Oh, I definitely prefer Diablo 3. Have you heard of Infected on PSP? I haven't heard of it until today. It seems to be a goofy-ass zombie game. I haven't actually played it yet. I was just trying to see if it worked. No, I've never heard of that game before. One handheld zombie game I played was Touch the Dead, and it was a light gun shooter on the DS. It was very fun. It's probably an awful game, but I enjoyed it.
The deed is done.
Yes, Alex, get the popcorn in.
You would prove worthy of
But it shouldn't be too bad. Resident Evil 4 isn't scary, but the remake does look a lot scarier. I played Diablo when it came out, saved my money and bought it. I also played Warcraft and StarCraft. I've never played Warcraft or StarCraft. I wouldn't be interested in StarCraft, but I would be interested in Warcraft. I do kind of wish, actually, Guitar Player, did you ever play, were you a WoW player by any chance? Because I would have loved to be around. Well, I was alive when WoW was out, but I was like 6 when it first came out. But I would have loved to see what that was like.
Who the hell are you?
Is there any free-to-play games like this? I may try out the style of game. Actually, there is. Foe. It's called Path of Exiles. And it is a game...
What do you want?
It is a game that is apparently absolutely amazing. I've never played it though, but it has really good reviews on Steam. So if you want to see if you like this kind of game, I'd do that. Or if you want to get something that's really cheap, if you could find Torchlight 2 on sale, you could probably buy it for like €5 or something. I really like Torchlight 2. I think is my favorite of all these action RPGs that I've played. Yeah, I've played a stupid amount of World of Warcraft over the years. I love that game. No, I don't know what like the monetization is or whatever, but I mean, I'm sure you'll be able to play enough in the free-to-play part to figure out if you like this style of game or not.
Need more time.
Okay, it's starting to get a bit like choppy here. So I don't actually know if we're gonna stay in this or not. It really wouldn't surprise me if we get kicked, but it's going good so far. Touch wood.
Dead.
One of our new sisters. Look close. Blood everywhere, but only one stab wound. A quick kill.
Is there a performance mode? Honestly, Fo, I don't know. Let's see.
Messy.
It's running at 60 FPS. Sharpen image. So you can sharpen the image. Calibrate the brightness. No, doesn't seem to be.
I'm not ready yet.
I think there's another game out. I don't know if it's free to play. Let me see. I think it's called Enoch. The Last Enoch or... Oh no, Last Epoch. Oh no, that came out to early access. Okay, no, that game's paid. But a lot of people talk really, really high of thing. I think Lost Ark. Is that another one? It's recent. Yeah, that was made by Amazon. That game started off really well, I think. Am I thinking of the right game? Or is that like a proper MMO? Oh no, Lost Ark. Yeah, Lost Ark is another free-to-play one. Oh, no. Okay, it has mixed reviews now. Lost Ark is an MMO. Yeah, okay. Cool. See, because my first exposure to this was to these sorts of games. We had one on the PC. Oh, what was it called? This was ages ago when I was a kid. Something Lionheart or something like that. And then I got one on the PSP, Untold, like of these action RPGs. It was Untold Legends Brotherhood or something. And I was hooked on it on my PSP. The game, I'm sure the game's probably actually shite now, like, but back then I really liked it. But I've played a lot of these games over the years. And then there was like, I mean, you could probably say Marvel Ultimate, well, yeah, no, not that you could probably. Marvel Ultimate Alliance is an action RPG like this. Very hard to get your hands on that one though. I don't think, is that game available to buy anywhere? Fo, actually, there you go, Fo. Look up, if you want to try out a game like this and you want to spend money, obviously, look up Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Any of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games are good. It's basically this, but you build a party of 4 Marvel characters. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is a Switch exclusive, but it's one of the better Switch exclusives. If you have a Switch, I'm actually not sure.
Another rookie. This one put up a fight. He saw it coming, so the killer went for his joints first. Finished him off when he was down. Whoever it was, they were trained as a rogue.
And then there's a few, I think there's an X-Men one. I had it on the PSP. I very vividly remember I was playing that game on my couch in my sitting room on my PSP. It was some X-Men Ultimate Alliance kind of game. And I got a toothache, and it was the first toothache I ever experienced, and I had a rotten tooth that needed to be taken out. And yeah, that was just a random memory I remember. I was rolling around in agony while playing that game. And then I like swindled my mom and dad into buying me a game because I had to get the tooth removed. And then when I went into the surgery, I saw I was getting put under with the anesthetic, and I shit myself and cried and ran out of the room, and then never got the tooth taken out. The tooth eventually fell out though. So that was an interesting time. Oh, look at this guy! Oh, he's level 20. Do I want to try fight? Yeah, feck him. Oh, jeez, my poison does a lot of damage. Ah, yeah, we'll have him killed in no time. Yeah, that poison trap is very, very good. Oh, nearly died. I was looking at chat. Blame you. Oh, jeez, he hits like a fucking truck. I think he also, like, poisons me as well or something. Ah, he's nearly dead. Anyway. Keep shooting him. Give me some loot. Ooh. That was glowing. Oh, my God. That was well worth it. Give me that. What are you? A rare sword. Of course, level 20. Thank you, e-guitar player. That was well worth doing. PSP isn't region locked. I looked up and see while I was at Game Exchange. I didn't want to buy Mortal Kombat and Chain because it was from a different region. What region was it from? I don't think any handhelds. I'm trying to think. No, I don't think any handhelds that I've had are region locked. Is the PS Vita region locked? I actually don't remember, and it honestly wouldn't surprise me if it was.
I'm not ready yet.
Did anybody ever have a PSP Go? That was like, for the time, that was like one of the worst consoles ever made. Now the PSP Go makes a lot of sense, but not anymore. Or not back then. It did not. Oh, so I get shown ads will run shortly for some viewers. Okay, there we go. Skip. Okay, cool. I see. Am I going the right way?
I'm not ready yet.
PSP Street? What the fuck is that? Wait, what? So I had the PSP that had the little yellow headphone jack. What's the PSP Street? Redesign. 2011. What? Oh, that's very interesting.
It's not just the
Okay, so now we go in here. That is I've never even heard of that. I had the OG PSP, and then I got the PSP Go one Christmas. And I remember, so I would say if you are an Irish person, you will understand this. So growing up, or Catholic, I guess, it doesn't really matter. But growing up on Christmas, the worst thing about Christmas was that you'd have to go to Christmas Mass, because what child wants to go to Mass? Realistically, what person ever wants to go to Mass? Well, some people do. Fair enough. Okay. So, to put it into perspective with the PSP Go, I was a very, very early riser on Christmas morning. I used to wake my family up at awful times. Fucking 3, 4, 5 in the morning to go down and see what Santa brought me. And one year I got a PSP Go for Christmas. And so you would assume I woke up at roughly around 4 or 5 and like 4 or 5 in the morning and dragged my whole family downstairs, my brother, my sister, my mum, my dad, to see what Santa brought us. So I got a PSP Go. And I think Mass was at like 8, 9 o'clock, maybe 10. I can't really remember. So the internet speed was so bad back then, and it was way ahead of its time, because I got the PSP and I think I got like a fucking gift voucher or a PSN code or whatever. Or maybe it was like a code included in the box for Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. And I couldn't wait to play that game because I love Ratchet and Clank, and the thoughts of playing Ratchet and Clank on the go were very exciting. So I started downloading the game whenever I woke up, went downstairs, so it was probably 3, 4 in the morning, or 4 or 5 in the morning. Started downloading the game, and by the time we had left for Mass, the game still wasn't downloaded. So minimum 3, 4 hours and a PSP game, which in hindsight probably was, what would you say, I don't know, would it have even been 500 megs? I don't know. I've no concept of what the size of PSP game is. It took that long to download. So yeah, now the PSP Go makes a lot of sense. But back in the day, whoever decided to make the PSP Go was an idiot. And I fell for it. The design of the PSP Go was really cool though. My dad had a PSP Go. It had a Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories, and some other PS stuff. No joke, it had a bunch of episodes of Vampire Diaries. Yeah, I had like a few movies on my PSP. I had like School of Rock and stuff. I would do the exact same, wake them at 3. Thank you, Fo, finally. And even to this day, well, I've moved out, so I can't wake them up. But like, I still do it as... Now, I do it because of tradition, and also I generally just... I'm an early riser. I just always have been. Like, when new games come out, I would rather not stay up till midnight and play it, like, and fall asleep at like 10 o'clock and then wake up at 4 in the morning to play it. That's just how I work. So even to this day, I still wake up people early on Christmas because it's tradition. But thank you, Fo. Finally someone's on the same side as me. And every Christmas, like, we'd go to, say, like, my auntie's house and my nana's house and stuff, and they'd be like, oh, Adam, what time did you wake everyone up? Like, that was the joke. One morning, actually, the year Modern Warfare 2 came out, and that was the year when I was like, I'm too cool for Call of Duty. Call of Duty is crap. Only crap people play Call of Duty. So I was like, I'm not buying it. And I didn't buy it on launch. Oh, well, my mum and dad did buy it for me on launch. And then at Christmas, I was like, I have to get it. So I got that, and I woke everyone up at 2:30 in the morning. And my parents killed me. So, well, my whole family killed me, to be honest, because Christmas is a pretty busy day. Like, we wake up, we do, like, we give each other presents, and then, like, my aunties come down to my mom's, and then, like, we go to my aunties, and then we go to my nana's. Like, it's a big long day, and my parents hated me because they had to do all that as well as cook Christmas dinner and all that while they were, you know, running off 3 hours sleep or so. All I can say is whenever I have kids, good luck to them because I'll be waking them up before they wake up. Yeah, see, I probably should do that, though, but I'm past it now. I'm just gonna keep waking everyone up early. But actually, in saying that, this Christmas I didn't because I proposed to my girlfriend on Christmas Eve. Then we went to my parents' house to celebrate on Christmas Eve. So I actually came home and I was drunk. So then I fell asleep. So maybe, and I'm not condoning this, just drink alcohol on Christmas and then it'll put you to sleep and then you won't wake up. So for everybody that has 10-year-old children, just give them alcohol. That's what I'm going to do. For the YouTube people out there who are watching this, I'm not going to do that. Nor do I have kids to do with it if I was going to do it. Oh, Jesus, no, Fo. I don't know. We're both, don't know. Like, unfortunately, I don't have much money, so it's, I don't think there will be any plans set for any time soon. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if one day I just go to an office and get paper signed, because, like, neither of us are too touched on a wedding, and then just kind of have a party. That would, realistically, I think that's what's going to happen. But we'll see. Because like I could never see myself spend because the minimum you spend on a wedding in Ireland is like 30,000 euro if you want to invite like I have a pretty big family, but like I don't even have that big a family. Like if you want to invite everyone, like it's 30,000 minimum. It's like I'm not spending that for one day. I'd rather just, you know, go for a nice meal or something and then keep the money. No day is worth 20 or 30,000 euro. I can tell you that for free. Yeah, well, it's like it's not even like my girlfriend doesn't care about weddings either. So, like, I mean, if I was with someone that like it really mattered, like, you know, because you will find people like that just like, oh, like I really want a wedding. Like if it really mattered, then yeah, but. For me and my girlfriend, like neither of us really care about a wedding.
I need more time.
Mirana got the coin, but it messed up.
Free the prisoner.
Head.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Plus, like well, now that's actually funny because that's what my girlfriend was like. Oh well, because he was like, well, if we are having a wedding, I want to go to Vegas and I want to get married by Elvis. But I don't want to go to Vegas because I have no interest in ever going to Vegas. But yeah, no, that actually is quite funny that you brought that up.
Stop it. The coin.
I mean, Fo, if you wanted to get ordained and learn how to do Elvis impersonation, I'll come up to Donegal and we'll do it up there. It might be a bit colder than Vegas. Yeah, I can only imagine how hot it is in Vegas. Like, so I've been to Florida and that's very hot. That is just stupidly hot. I've been to Mexico as well, and some of the days in Mexico was like, I don't even know what temperature it was, but it was just stupid. Like, it was just a stupid, ridiculous temperature that no place should ever be. Like, we were sitting in the hotel lobby, and it's an air-conditioned lobby, but it's kind of like it's an open plan, so there's no real doors on it. And you couldn't even sit in the shade. In some days, it was that hot. Thanks, Fo. I can supply the guitar, so you can pretend to play it. I don't know if you play an instrument or not. Hey, but just fucking maul these fuckers. Well, there you go, guitar player. You could be the Elvis. And, I don't know, folk can dress up as a cheeseburger or something and get eaten, and then you die as you're given the ceremony. I actually didn't know anything about Elvis. Like, I didn't know anything about, like, Elvis's life and how tragic it was until I watched the movie, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I knew he died, but all I heard was like, yeah, he was overweight and he died. But no, he was just pumped with like drugs all the time so that he could perform, and then his heart just gave out. Very sad. Very good film though. See, I'd be one of them people.
I tried to kill myself.
Yeah, she did, didn't she? Yeah. Hello, Rylan. See, I'd be one of them people that like, and like I keep joking to people, it's like, if I am getting married, my dogs are going to be a part of the ceremony, because Arlo is like a black dog with a little white, he has white on his chest. So if you put a dicky bow on him, it looks like he's wearing a tuxedo, and he could be the ring bearer. And people think I'm joking when I say that, but I genuinely would. Like, he would be a part of it. He would be a part of the wedding. And I'm not joking. Okay, them gems. Them gems are... do I even have anything that's socketable? Oh, I do. I mean, like, I don't overpower damage. Critical strike, damage to crowd. Okay, we'll just do that. I mean, I'm not really too pushed on making any of this min-max crap because it doesn't really matter right now. Yeah, I know. Poppy could be the flower girl. Arlo could be the ring bearer. It'd be brilliant. And like, people think I'm joking, but I'm not. Like, it's 100%. I'm being 100% serious. Because like, I prefer like it's just so funny. Like, you'd be inviting aunties and uncles that you don't see very often. But I see. Well, I don't see Poppy every day, which makes me very sad because she lives with my parents. But I see Arlo's here every day. Arlo deserves to be a part of it. Can I live stream the wedding? I mean, I can. Why not? I'll go to Vegas, and I'm sure they actually probably have streaming things in Vegas that people can. Because I know, like, there's a bit more, but like when my granddad died, they actually, this was during COVID. No, was it during COVID? No, it was just before COVID. But they actually have live stream cameras in like the funeral home, so that like family, like distant family, can like kind of see the stuff. So I'm sure they have them in the wedding chapels in Vegas as well. So yeah, I will live stream it. 4K. But it'll be locked behind a Patreon paywall. There you go. I have to make my money somehow. You can actually, I know, if my Patreon ever gets to 30,000, then I'll live stream it, and then everybody can just pay for it. 1 month, 30,000, get the wedding. There we go, live stream. Monetize my fucking wedding. And honestly, do you know what? There's definitely a YouTuber that has done that has monetized and sold tickets to their wedding online. 100%. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, but that actually is a cool idea, I think, Fo. That, like, imagine if, like, you live in Australia and all your, like, your brothers get married in Ireland or something, and you don't have the money or whatever to make it home. You could, you could get, like, a proper camera that is, like, 360 camera, and then you, like, send them a link, and then they put on their headset, and then they're there at the wedding. I mean, it'd be pretty cool. It's a good alternative to nothing.
I need more time.
Okay, loads of enemies here.
I need more time.
Oh, we leveled up. Infected is really goofy. Yeah, I've never. I'll look at that game in a bit. I've never even heard of that. Just an interesting story about reviews. So, I heard from just reading Twitter and stuff that there's a lot of very weird stuff in the Resident Evil 4 remake embargo for the review. There's like, it's very restrictive, and there's this she's like I guess she's like a horror YouTuber that reviews horror games and stuff, but she kind of like well known. Her name is the Sphere Hunter. Videos, if anybody wants to watch Resident Evil videos, watch them. Her videos are unbelievable. But she got a code for the game, and she reviewed it. And as I was watching it, I've watched a lot of reviews for the game. I was like, oh, that's very interesting. She showed stuff that other people haven't. I wonder why. And then I was thinking, geez, this is getting taken now. Sorry, I'm hiccuping here. And within a couple of hours, she put up a tweet saying that the video had to be taken down because Capcom messaged her, like, saying, like, like, whatever, you showed too much, blah, 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 you need to take it down. Which is very disappointing. Touch wood, I haven't broken an embargo yet. And I hope I never do, because I can only imagine how much I'd be shitting myself. Especially if it was a Sony embargo. Sony are scary. Or imagine breaking a Nintendo embargo. You get like some men knocking at your door in suits, like trying to kill you, I'd say. Okay, so that's very weird, Guitar Player. That's obviously then... They must have, like... I think, so... When it pops up there for me saying an ad will run, okay, firstly, most of them I don't even notice it, but, because it's only down the bottom. It says it will show it to random viewers, so maybe the reason why you might have just got very unlucky, which I think is pretty stupid, considering you've been here for, like, pretty much, if not all, of the stream. Yeah, I have to say, as annoying as it is, so I listen to Sacred Symbols, which is a PlayStation podcast, and then on that same network, there's Defining Duke, which is an Xbox podcast. So I've listened to news on pretty much every single thing that has come out of that Activision Blizzard thing, and it's annoying to listen to because there's just been so much, but at points that stuff gets so interesting. Like, if you remember when Apple and Epic had that lawsuit, remember the whole thing, like, where Apple were, I don't know, censoring, I forget what it was all about, but loads of stuff came out like that. Sony, like, this was all stuff that nobody knew, that the only reason why crossplay was being blocked was because Sony didn't want it. And the only way Sony agreed to crossplay was if every single V-Buck, so regardless of what platform you bought the V-Bucks on, if your account on Fortnite has played on a PlayStation, then PlayStation get a certain percentage of those V-Bucks, regardless of where you bought them. Which is crazy. It's just mad. Like, it's crazy how much power Sony have in that sort of stuff. Now, it is good that there is, obviously, like, I think there are legitimate concerns with how much power Xbox and Microsoft will have if they have Activision Blizzard. Like, that is, like, they will own Crash, Spyro, Call of Duty, Diablo, World of Warcraft, Overwatch, StarCraft, I'm probably missing 10 or 15 more franchises that are, like, really important. Like, that's everything Microsoft will own. And then but on top of that, they'll also own Starfield, Fallout, Skyrim, Deathloop, Dishonored, like, all of these other things from Bethesda. So it's like, it's very interesting. I'm very interested in it. And I keep like, I've been keeping an eye on it. Okay, I think what I want to do is, I kind of really like, the Caltrops is actually really good. But I think we'll put more into Barrage. Yeah, prototype is one as well. PS5 needs to be able to do backwards compatibility like the Series X. I was shocked how many games the Series X. Yeah, that is. See, my whole thing was before I bought an Xbox, I was always like, obviously, like this is coming from a selfish point of view. Like I didn't care about backwards compatibility on PlayStation because I had already played all them PlayStation games. Like, I mean, it would be cool if I could play Ratchet and Clank 1, 2, and 3 on the PlayStation 5, but I've already played them games. But obviously there will be people that have never played them games, so it would be good if they could play it on PlayStation 5. And I was kind of like, I didn't really care at the time, but then I bought a Series X or S, and then I'd never had an Xbox, so then there was all of these games. There was Halo, Gears, I mean, Blinks the Time Sweeper, just like a stupid amount of like backwards compatibility games that were all dirt cheap. KOTOR, Lost Odyssey, like all of these games that now I get to play. So yeah, I think it would be cool if you could do the same on PlayStation. And the PlayStation Plus, so the new PlayStation Plus, whatever the top tier one is that Premium? Premium is awful. It's just not good. It's just not worth the money. And I have Premium, but the only reason I have Premium is because I forgot to cancel my subscription and I paid for the yearly thing. PlayStation Plus Extra is really good though. I'd probably argue that PlayStation Plus Extra is almost as good as Game Pass. I think the only thing Game Pass has is that you get new games on it, brand new releases. But I like the games on PlayStation Plus Extra, all the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and them games are on par, if not better, than what's on Game Pass. It's just that Game Pass give you the new games. Doing pretty good here on this boss. I think this buying that poison trap was a very good investment. He seems to actually drop potions pretty good too. I was still debating if I should get a PS5 or Series X. I was thinking I could buy bulk of the OG Xbox game from CX cheap and then have a nice collection. Yeah, the thing is, a lot of the Xbox games and GameStop and everything are very cheap compared to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. And in CX, Xbox games are like pretty much always cheaper from my experience. Like I know I was looking at different games like the PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox versions, and like there's literally 15-20 euro difference in CX of the price. But I think I just have too much loyalty to PlayStation. I've literally played games on PlayStation my whole life. So it'll take a lot for me to ever change my primary platform from from anything other than a PlayStation platform.
Need more time.
Yeah, but I mean that's all I like. Well, for me anyway, I think that's all a console needs is. I mean that is the only thing separating consoles. So I think if you're winning the exclusives game, I mean, the thing is, since all Xbox exclusives come to PC, it's like I would rather have the combo. I know I have a Series S, but I mean it kind of helps with work and stuff like that, making videos. But like, I think going forward, I think the best thing would probably be a PlayStation 5 and then having a capable enough PC that can run the games. Like I'm gonna get Starfield on the PlayStation on the PC because there is not a hope that Starfield is running. There's not a hope that Starfield is going to run at 60 FPS on the Series S because I'd recommend if anyone I don't know if anyone listens to podcasts much, but I would recommend Lex Friedman has an episode where he speaks to Todd Howard about games and stuff. Just Todd Howard is fascinating. I really like Todd Howard. But he was talking about, like, he made some comment basically explaining that, like, they don't really care about 60 FPS and that 30 FPS is fine for them. So it wouldn't surprise me if Starfield runs at 60 FPS on PC, on Xbox Series X. So it's definitely not going to run at it's definitely not going to run on Series S at 60 FPS, definitely. I think I might get this game, even though I don't typically play action RPGs. I think I might enjoy D4. Thank you, guitar player. GG. What was I going to say to Alex? I was going to say something, but I forget. Yeah, I completely forget what I was going to say to you, Alex. I mean, Alex, if you want to know, I know you said you don't really like action RPGs, and I'm sure you've probably played them before. But I mean, if you want, like, Diablo 3 is usually on sale for dirt cheap, and if not, you can buy it in CEX or GameStop for very cheap as well, on Switch or PS. I've played the PlayStation 4 version, and it was perfect, and apparently the Switch version is really good. And then obviously, if you have you said you mostly play on PC, so I'd get it on Steam then if you like to play on PC. Is it even on Steam? You might have to get it on Battle.net. But anyway, I mean, you can't really go wrong with Diablo 3. Yeah, no, I just can't hack 60 or 30 FPS. I just can't hack it. Rylan, it seems that I would imagine. So I'm not really big on the technical side of stuff, but what I'd imagine with Bethesda stuff is their worlds are so interactive that there's a lot more to consider than just the graphics and how big the world is with the load on the consoles. So it's like when you play Skyrim, if you pick up a cup and put it on the floor, it remembers that. And if you pick up a bowl and put it on someone's head, it remembers that. And then all these things just add up, and then it all just like creates a big load on your console or PC or whatever. And yeah, I'd say they probably just struggle to get the game looking good as well as running all them systems in the background, that then it struggles to reach 60 FPS. Now, it very well could play at 60 FPS on Series X. I could be wrong, but it wouldn't surprise me if it didn't. Yeah, I just can't get behind 30 FPS. Ever since I started watching Total Biscuit in like 2010, I've never gone back. I mean, so A Plague Tale Requiem is 30 FPS on PlayStation. And that game is slow, and it's a stealth game. So 30 FPS isn't awful. 60 FPS would still be better, but that game does look gorgeous. But then Gotham Knights, I played that, and that game 30 FPS. Jesus Christ. That game's shite. And it's even shitter because it's in 30 FPS. I do like some action RPGs, but when they get really complex, you have to pull off confusing combos and stuff that lost me. Yeah, well, you'll never have to do that in Diablo. It's like you can see here, like when you get to the higher difficulties, like you kind of have to start min-maxing your builds and stuff. But just for a run through the story and maybe doing a few extra bits, like you can see, I'm just kind of like running through here and kind of switching my brain off. I'm also very happy that 60 FPS is the standard. The only thing is, I'm kind of a bit scared of if 60 FPS will be the standard in 2 years, you know? Because once again, that wouldn't surprise me. Okay, I think we'll go do a main quest here. So I'm going to fast travel. Alex, actually, a game, I think if you're looking for an action RPG now, it's not exactly like, it's like a third-person action RPG. But I would really recommend Kingdoms of Amalur, and I think potentially it might be more up your alley because the story's a bit more involved and the lore is actually quite good. They actually got this writer in, I forget his name, but like they got like a proper author to come in and write like the treatment for the world. And
Something for the cold and
yeah,
dark.
it's a really good game. Loads of content. Probably too long. Am I selling that? No, I equipped that, did I? Yeah, I remember that quest. You give Claptrap the bully mong hair, and then he gives you a shotgun. And Hammerlock? That was his name, yeah. Hammerlock gives you a sniper rifle, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Salvage. 4 shadow damage, crowd control enemies. I don't really... That one isn't too good. Lightning damage, vulnerable damage, poison damage. So that is actually one that I want to keep. Life on kill. And then you are critical strike damage and slow. Ooh. I think all them rings are very good. I think I'll actually hold on to them rings. Yeah, I'm telling you, Ryland, Lord of the Rings Conquest is very good. Like, very, very good. You can actually probably still buy it. Like, you can play against bots. You can still play against bots. You can still go through the story. I mean, the story isn't, like, the best part of the game. It just kind of... It's the same with Battlefront, where it takes you through, like, different battles. And it's kind of, like, basic enough combat. But it's fun. Yeah, Kingdoms of... Like, seriously, Alex, like, Kingdoms of Amalur is, like, a very, very good game. And I love the art style. And if you actually... Alex, if you're interested, Jason Schreier has a book. What book did he talk about? He has 2 books. And I think it's his first book. I think it's his first book that talks about the development of Kingdoms of Amalur. And it was like... It was a proper fuck up. They had planned to, like, make a Kingdoms of Amalur, like, MMO after. And there was, like, some baseball player that was, like, the head of the studio. And he was, like, apparently really nice. And people liked him, but he just wasn't very good at running a studio. And, yeah. Very interesting story and a very underrated game. Well, I'm not sure if underrated is the word for it, because I think over time it's kind of gotten its love that it deserved.
I'm not ready.
It's very long though, from what I can remember. Like, I'm pretty sure that game is like a proper 80 hour long game. And actually, Alex, which is very interesting, they recently, like in the past 2 or 3 years, released brand new DLC for it. So THQ Nordic. So when THQ went under, I think THQ published it originally, and then THQ Nordic then got the license, and then they did new DLC for it. It was really weird. No, I don't know anything about the new DLC, but it could be cool. Okay, geez, I've been going for way longer than I had expected. Is this a town?
More strangers in the camp.
Because if this is a town, I think I will leave this stream here. Because it's fucking nearly 11 o'clock. I didn't even realize. Geez, time flies when you're playing Diablo and having fun. Okay, there, we'll just skip all that. Follow Vigo to the ore hoist. Yes, I have. Lord of the Rings War in the North is another, like, very good action RPG. I wonder are the servers still up for that game? Because War in the North was basically just like the movie games, but online and kind of a bit more modern, because I love the movie games. Lord of the Rings movie games are some of my favourite PS2 games. And to be honest, I think they're some of the best licensed games ever made.
I need more time.
What's my mother's charm on your wrist?
It's mine now, girl. She gave it to me when I let her and her friend pass through.
Okay. I think that's a good place to end the stream. Made a good dent into this game. And for anybody wondering, am I going to pre-order this game? Is it worth pre-ordering? Well, I can't really say it's worth pre-ordering. I can't really... I don't think I could recommend someone to pre-order a game. Because, you know, we don't know how the final game... I actually kind of look a bit like Sub-Zero there, but... I am definitely going to pre-order this game. I'm definitely buying it on launch. And I can't wait to play more, so yes. I haven't played War in the North. Found it funny that it's I think it's the only rated M like content that Star or Lord of the Rings have ever released. Yeah, to be honest, Guitar Player, I'm very surprised that I didn't get kicked off as well. Because what I was expecting how the stream was gonna go, so I logged in, made sure it was all working, brilliant, and then I was expecting that I would start the stream, play for 35 minutes, and then get kicked off. But no, we've been going for 3 hours and 35 minutes. So yeah. They seem to have sorted out whatever the problem was yesterday. So hopefully all this helps so that the launch goes smoothly, but I think we all know how Diablo usually goes, and online games usually are pretty rough. Like Lightfall was... Did Lightfall have a rough launch? I think it did. Rough-ish, I think. Can't really remember now, even though it was only like 3 weeks ago. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody watching. This was another very successful stream, so thank you very much. A lot of people here. That was my my mic stand thing creaking, but I really appreciate you. Thank you everybody for watching. Definitely streaming next Friday, Resident Evil 4. I might stream in between. Before that, there is a Resident Evil 4 original review coming out, so keep your eye on that next week. It's my birthday on Monday, so it might actually come out on my birthday. I might actually do that. So yeah, thank you, Fo. I really appreciate that. And yeah, see you all in the next stream or the next video. So enjoy your night or day or morning or whatever time it is. So see ya. Goodbye. Oh no, I have to do it. Goodbye. There we go.